into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Oh, it's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Joining us on the Hard Rock Casino hotline so you can give him instant feedback.
I want to give him feedback. I want him to be great on television.
The USC legend and NFL star, the one and only Sua Cravens. Oh, Sua. Oh,
Sua,
I'm so glad he's here.
I watched your USC preview yesterday on the Big Ten Network yesterday. I thought the content was excellent. The thing that drove me nuts, someone's got to teach you how to hold the microphone properly. You can't hold your fist all the way up to the mic flag, man. You got to get a little space, let that thing breathe a little.
So why don't you teach him?
I'm just teaching him now.
I know, you're saying somebody's got to teach him. You teach him.
But that was the producer's job.
Are you telling me that you're a professional at holding mics?
I am, actually. Been doing it for a long time.
How did you get that experience? Did you use both hands at any point?
I did not. I didn't need to use both hands.
Are you a lefty or a righty?
I can go. I'm ambidextrous.
Oh, really?
How about that? I'm ambidextrous.
Nice.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Remember when we thought you were going to have a memorial for your career? But then Sedano and I saved you.
Right. I know. It's hard to believe.
You didn't think I was going to go there, did you?
And then you almost tried to kill my career yesterday. So, anyway.
He give it, he take it.
Yeah,
you know.
seriously.
A little sabor. Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the Love Boat, or do you want me to do the Love Boat?
The Art, I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit boy.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, just one more thing.
If you love having fresh wild meat in your mouth.
That is, I'm lubed up with sweat.
Come to my house, and I'll show you all the snakes you want to see.
Bing, da-da-bum. Yeah. Boom, be-dum-bum.
And good morning, 7:02 and 42 seconds. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday on this 12th of August, 2026. Well, Windy is still playing golf in Scotland. He's spanking whitey, Cappy.
Oh, I know it.
But we're here to bring you that pleasure in your ear. Ooh, that's a new one. Write that down, Kasim. That brother Kasim is here this morning.
He's that brother Kasim.
Say good morning, Kasim. What are you afraid
Good
of?
morning. No, I'm not afraid.
He knows why. He's afraid. He knows he's afraid.
We got Sedano and we got Cappy in studio. We've got Sedano's wonderful daughter. We'll get to that in a moment because Ramona may have been hacked on social media.
I have no idea.
Or this is one of the biggest stories yet again. There is a tweet at this hour from Ramona Shelburne.
Let's confirm. I have a text to her.
Okay, we're
Bergman
confirming.
is dealing with that too.
I mean, it's already been reposted 71 times. It's fine. But
let's not make it worse.
Well, then we got to blow up the rundown.
Yeah, let's not make it worse. Let's figure out.
I mean, these kids you brought in from Aria School, they're already down in the lobby.
Okay, they can come up. Go get them.
But we were going to play Pie Face later in the digital hour.
We're not. Well, no. If this is real, we're not doing any of that.
Go get them.
What about Angie from Angelica?
She may have to.
What about growing up in the barrio? She was going to talk about
Right.
it.
I mean, that's an important question that we got yesterday from our sales team. Ask her about growing up in the barrio.
And it's a good thing these guys are writing questions for us now, too. I'll tell you that right now.
What about Cappy and I at Planet Fitness at 5th and Broadway last night?
What about that?
We'll get to that at some point.
What about that story?
Hey, people looking at us like 2 Aquavelvas in there.
What we were.
So I just feel like...
what do you feel?
Oh, look at these 2 Aquavelvas.
Tell me how you feel.
I'm going to text someone in the newsroom.
Yeah, do that, please.
Yeah.
Because I would find this, A, to be hard to believe, and B, if true, a mind blow. Now, anybody who's driving around early this morning goes, wait a second, this would be hard to believe, and then if it were true, it would be a mind blow? What the hell are you guys even talking about? But, hold on. We're going to wait it out here just a little bit.
I mean,
I'd rather be right.
It would be great because Sedano's got his personal cell. And I just read his book for the 3rd time.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, 3 times in, huh?
It's such a good book.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you should pass it along. Did you read The Energy Bus like Beto gave us?
No, it's still sitting in
Very good book.
Well, I don't get home to the OC house much.
Okay, it's real.
It's real?
Come on.
All right, stand by.
It's real?
Let me rack this up. Stand by.
Wow.
Ramona Shelburne. The Los Angeles Lakers are being sold to American businessman Josh Kushner and Bob Iger for a record-breaking price over $12 billion, multiple sources told ESPN. Kushner and Iger were involved in the expansion process in Las Vegas, but a stunning turn they pivoted to make a – hold on. There we go. They pivoted to make an aggressive offer to buy the Lakers from Mark Walter, who had purchased controlling interest in the team from the Buss family last year.
Breaking news on ESPN LA, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you.
All right, get Ramona on as soon as possible, please.
All right, hold on. Let me just think about this for a quick second, because we're literally coming on the air at 7:05 in the morning.
How much of this do you think has to do with this investigation?
A lot.
Probably all of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just real quick.
I don't know how much you guys talked about that while I was gone.
A little bit.
Well, listen, just think about it. We literally are getting on the air. George sees a tweet from Ramona that she had just put out about a minute earlier. We're kind of thinking this is hard to believe, like I mentioned, and if true, a mind blow. Hard to believe because Mark Walter had just essentially finished the transaction. Or let me rephrase that. It had been public most recently. Call it the last 6 months. Would you say about 6 months or so?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a guy in Mark Walter who is the owner of the Dodgers, and there's this, I don't want to call it like euphoria on the streets, but there's this positive vibration of, wow, these guys know how to win championships over at the Dodgers. They're now taking over the Lakers. Not to mention that so much of the offseason for the Lakers has been about, well, look at how the Dodger guys are now infused into the Lakers team, and that they're helping manage decisions that are going forward, financial, personnel, et cetera, et cetera. So the Dodgers guys, the Mark Walter guys, had walked through the doors of the Lakers because now they were all one big familia, right? But then a transaction in the NBA, just by the way, this is like, everybody should probably know this. The average transaction is about 7 years for somebody to buy a team, then sell a team. On average, it's about 7 years.
Right. That's some quick capital gains.
Dude, think about this. You're talking like I think less than a year.
Yeah.
I think
if it's less than a year, then he's paid. I bet you they'll sign the deal to where it's like 366 days.
Yeah, right. Whatever tax benefit you can come up with, they're going to have to wait. But this is shocking in that we were all blown away when the Lakers were sold for $10 billion. To now, in under a year, have the team go up in value yet again, depending on who wants to buy it, determines what it's really worth, right? But to have somebody buy the Lakers in under a year for $12 billion it's just a mind blow.
All right. If you're just tuning in, we have breaking news. Ramona Shelburne tweets the Los Angeles Lakers are being sold to American businessman Josh Kushner and Bob Iger. Let me do that again.
Yeah, try that again.
The Los Angeles Lakers are
3, 2. One more time.
The Los Angeles Lakers are being sold to American businessman Josh Kushner and Bob Iger, the former CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
Right. Long time.
For a record-breaking price of over $12 billion, multiple sources told ESPN. Kushner and Iger were involved in the expansion process in Las Vegas by a stunning turn. They pivoted now to make an aggressive offer to buy the Lakers from Mark Walter, who had purchased a controlling interest in the team from the Buss family last year.
I understand from an Iger perspective, like why.
Well, he's a big NBA fan.
Right, but why you would say, hey, look, we're thinking Vegas, but if I go to Mark Walter and I go, hey, Mark, by the way, listen, I know you guys just got the Lakers. Just think in here for a moment, but just a concept. What if we bought the Lakers from you for $12 billion and you guys make $2 billion in under a year? Like that's an amazing return on your investment.
Right.
So what do you think about that? And from the Mark Walter perspective, I think to myself, why would I want to do that? Well, the answer obviously would be, well, you just made $2 billion in under a year. You're not making that kind of return in the stock market necessarily. But if you're Bob Iger, you're LA, you're Disney, you're ESPN, you would want the Lakers, not the startup franchise for what it's going to cost in Vegas. You want the Lakers. And if you can get the Lakers, go get it. By the way, everybody in the NBA will be celebrating this morning because the valuations of these teams, if all of a sudden you're the Charlotte Hornets and today you think you're worth $4 billion, guess what? You're worth $4.7 billion.
So just a question, because it came out, the Sportico on Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, I believe it was $15.8 billion came out this morning as the number one ranked team. Don't you think $12 billion's kind of low? Simply because...
Well, it's basketball versus the NFL.
Yeah,
that's all
still,
it is.
But they could have gone 14 if they wanted, right?
I mean, I guess they could have. But, again, I think there has to be, one would assume, if we're recklessly speculating, one would assume that the alleged investigation of Mark Walter and the group has to have some level of involvement here. You would think.
Cappy, can we buy the Dodgers now? Can you put together a group with your horse people?
Let's think. What do you think? What do we think we can get the Dodgers for? If the Lakers sold for 12,
I don't know. What are the Dodgers? What are they sold? What are the Dodgers' valuation on this Sportico list? What's the Dodgers' valuation?
This is the NFL, isn't it? Is this NFL or is this
all teams?
It was
the NFL. I think
it's all teams
for 15.8.
Dodgers approximately $9.05 billion.
We got that. I mean, come on. We'll take that deal down to...
Just do a GoFundMe.
Hey, do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
we just do like the Packers.
Get Mark Walter on the phone right now, and here's what we do. Yeah. Hey, you bought the Lakers for 10. You sold them for 12. The Dodgers are worth 9. We'll give you 11. Let's just make this guy a deal and an offer he can't refuse, and let's freaking own the Dodgers.
Friday, we're going to be at Del Mar. Let's just shake our tin can a little bit.
We could do that, too. Because, listen, that was a great win last night by the Dodgers. Max Muncy, again. How about Alex Call? How about that piece of hitting in the 7th last
Remember
night?
when Berge tried to say Alex Call was going to be off the team?
Well, he did say that they were going to probably have to send him down at some point. But
how about that, Berge?
At some point, he got a hit. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was really nice.
The way
he's an annoying hitter, and he does that.
They were celebrating it on the broadcast. Like, wow, it's like the first thing he's done since June.
Yeah, he hadn't started since June.
Yeah, right. Listen, I'm going to just say this right now. George is over here, and he's working the phones because now he's going into investigative journalist mode, which I appreciate because I am blown away. I'm. If you would have said this to me 12 minutes ago, you think the story is true? I would have said it.
Listen, I thought we were going to start this show talking about Max Muncy being the hero from yesterday, and then you guys going to some gym and everybody looking at you like you guys are nuts.
Well, not nuts, just
you don't belong.
We just didn't belong.
Right. Yeah. It's like going to Muscle Beach in Venice, like you guys showing up there.
Oh, hold on a second. Time out.
And by the way, here's the other thing I got to get mad at Cappy. I'm a heart patient. Mm-hmm. Just 18 months ago, I almost died.
Right, that's true.
So I'm rebuilding the strength.
Yeah.
3 strokes, 4 seizures. I was in a coma, Cappy. Cappy keeps trying to get me. He's like, oh, we got to lift harder. We got to lift harder. I'm like, dude.
He wants you to build muscle.
Right.
Muscle is the lifeline.
Yeah.
Were you guys in the tank
Cappy's
tops?
in great shape.
We weren't in tank tops.
No, we were in those thin tank tops.
We were not in tank tops.
We can get to that later.
Okay.
He put his hand on my back while I was doing pectoral flies.
So I think the question here is very simple. How do you feel about this?
I have another question.
Okay.
Why would Mark Walter do this?
Well, I think we've already kind of started to go down that path by the speculation about the investigation, right?
Is it that, or can I just ask everybody a question? If
you just think it's turning a quick buck?
Well, right. Like let's say you bought a car. Okay, you bought a car for $10,000.
Or how about this?
Yeah.
Let's go down this rabbit hole for a little bit.
All right.
So, what have I said about Andrew Friedman before?
You have said that you think he's the smartest executive in sports.
Right, president of the Dodgers. Right.
Mm-hmm.
What if they looked at the Lakers situation in the NBA and said, I don't know if we can replicate this like we did with the Dodgers. There's no salary cap in baseball. And there's, in essence, a hard cap in the NBA, even though it's technically not a hard cap. But the second apron is basically treated like a hard cap, we don't know if we can actually turn this thing around in the way that we think we turned around the Dodgers. It's not the same game plan, and we'd have to kind of rethink it. Friedman thinks it through. Maybe Walter goes to him and says, what do you think? We've got this offer on the table. I don't know if we can replicate this, at least not in the same timeline. It's just much more difficult. So, and he's got to put his attention and resources towards the potential changes in Major League Baseball, right? Because the owners there want a salary cap and a salary floor. So that means the economics of that game is changing, which means the game plan could potentially change for the Dodgers. There could be a lot of things in play here. The investigation, the way that baseball is going to change, and maybe they just made a hard assessment about the NBA in regards to building the team and saying, yeah, I don't know if this is our path, right? Like if we can create a real path to do what we did with the Dodgers with the Lakers.
Love the hypothetical you just built, and here's why. Think about what you're saying. That Andrew Friedman goes into the Lakers and goes, okay, look, guys, we're ready to move on from LeBron James. Like we organizationally have made a decision. It's time to let LeBron move on because we're ready to hand things off to Luka. Now, this is the offseason where we've got to build a championship caliber team around Luka. They get done building what they've built thus far, and they go, if I look into the future, if I look into my crystal ball,
right?
And if I'm Mark Walter and I talk to Andrew Friedman, I say, Andrew, if you could project the next 5 years, do you think that we have enough of a base today that in 5 years, looking around at Wemby, looking around at Oklahoma City, looking around at what the Knicks just did, do you think in the next 5 years we're a championship caliber team? And Friedman says to him, because he wants to play conservative, right? Friedman's not going cheerleader on him. Hell yeah, we're going to win the championship. But then the next year we'll win the championship. Friedman says, conservatively speaking, if I had to look into a crystal ball, knowing what we know about the NBA now more so than we did when we got into it full time, I don't think we're positioned right now for the next 5 years.
And by the way, there's a guy that's 7'5", who's 22 years old, who's probably going to gobble up all the things that we want, right? Championships, MVPs, all that stuff. Then let's not forget a guy who's in competition for smartest executive in sports in Sam Presti is in Oklahoma City, right? And he's got this juggernaut. He's rebuilt this thing multiple times. They're a championship caliber team. Yeah, I don't know if there's a path, at least not quickly.
But then Mark Walter says this. Well, Andrew, if you don't think there's a 5-year championship path in front of us, I got a call from Bob Iger. And Iger says he'll give us $12 billion. Now, we just paid 10. He'll give us 12. We won't even see an NBA season, and we're in and out of this transaction, and look at the return on the investment. So if we're not really positioned for championships over the next 5 years, this thing could turn into a mess for us. Let's get in and get out and make our $2 billion and go back up to Dodger Stadium and stop worrying about what's going on in El Segundo.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost having a hard time believing all of this.
Right, but it is real.
7:17 in the morning. You know what you could have done in these first 17 minutes? Well, flip a team. Make $2 billion. Oh, go see our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you. Now, here's the question, Sedano, another follow-up. What happens to Jeannie Buss? Does she remain in the same position that she was going to be in with the Walters Group?
I can't imagine that.
No, because it's like multiple sales now. I don't know. That's a great question, but yeah. I don't know the answer to that.
So, again, I'm starting to get some texts now from people that are like seeing this story for the first time on the East Coast, by the way, who are involved in NBA ownership, and they're like, their minds are blown. Because, again, George, I know this is an ongoing thing, and it's just, boom, all of a sudden exploding story. But if you have anything to do with the NBA, for example, if you're an owner of the Sacramento Kings and you think the Kings' valuation was $4.5 billion, and I'm just making up a number. Let's just use round numbers, $5 billion. The Kings are worth $5 billion because the Lakers are worth $10 billion. Well, all of a sudden, when the Lakers go from $10 billion to $12 billion, all of a sudden now the Sacramento Kings, using them as an example, are all of a sudden worth, rather than $5 billion, they're worth $6 billion in the snap of a finger.
Right.
Literally by the way, that's pretty good math by me, too, just so you know. 10 to 12, 5 to 6, just doing the percentage. I mean, come on. It's on the fly.
Not bad.
You're not impressed. You don't seem
impressed.
No,
that's not bad.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
For a guy who didn't do well in math.
Now, here's what we got to do. We got to cleanse the palate. Let's take a deep breath.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Joe? You want to work in some Dodgers? Reset?
I have texted Ramona. Greg, have you heard back from her? I'm imagining she's very busy right now.
She's going to be doing TV at some point, but I do have text. She's going to be on Mason Island today hosting, too. So we're going to get a lot of that.
Great. So we should promote that.
And McMiniman is scheduled to join us in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, so 8:30 for McMiniman, yeah. And we have some special guests, of course,
look
today.
At this.
Yes.
I've never seen so many children in the studio.
Yes. So there we go.
You said many times.
They want to do what we do at some point.
You are a role model for the children of America.
I am a role model for the youth of America.
Right.
There we go.
Cappy, let's talk about our friends at the Wellness Company.
Hey, since we have some young kids in today, let me talk to the moms and dads out there.
Yeah.
Hey, your kids are going to go back to school. Some of you guys, you're taking your kids to college for the first time, or you're sending them back to college. Every family should have this right here. This is the medical emergency kit from the Wellness Company. And inside the medical emergency kit is pretty much every pharmaceutical that you would need if you got sick at home. So if you had a urinary tract infection, if you had a sinus infection, if you had an ear infection, if you got sick, you would have to call the doctor, and then you'd have to go to the pharmacist, and then you'd be standing online at the pharmacy, and everybody else is sick, and now you're getting even sicker, plus you're waiting for the pharmacist, and then it's costing you money in the copay. You have everything you need right here. And then you're like, well, what do I do? I don't know. I have a sinus infection. What do I take? You go into the guidebook, and the guidebook will direct you to, these are your symptoms. These are the medications you should be taking. And the reason you want this is because you want the medication available to you right away. If you have a headache and you've got ibuprofen in your house, you go take the ibuprofen. If you have an ear infection and you need a Z-Pack, you have the Z-Pack. So all you have to do is go to urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com/710. Our promo code is 710. You save $45. Every family should have a medical emergency kit. urgentcarekit.com/710.
Thank you, Cappy. 7:21 in the morning on a Wednesday on this August 12th, 2026. And yes, the Lakers have been sold again. Sedano, before we take a timeout and step aside, as you like to say, Bergie now has the statement from Mark Walter.
From Ramona Shelburne, statement to ESPN from Mark Walter. Owning the Los Angeles Lakers has been one of the great honors of my life, an extraordinary investment, but what I will carry with me is the community, the fans, and a city that treats this team as family. I am grateful to Jeannie Buss, the Buss family, the players, and the staff for welcoming me into this chapter. The Lakers belong to Los Angeles, and I have every confidence the best is still ahead. He also said that he is only selling the Lakers and not the Dodgers. He's retaining the Dodgers.
For now. ...
Unbelievable story.
I mean, when I woke up this morning, this was not what I expected we'd be talking about.
We got children in the studio. We're supposed to play Pie Face in the 9 a.m. hour with whipped cream.
You can still do that.
Well, we still could.
Absolutely not.
Cannot play Pie Face?
Zero chance.
No
Pie Face?
No Pie Face.
No.
What about Angie from Angelica? She's got to talk about growing up in the barrio.
What if Bob Iger came in here and he was like, I want to play play Pie Face?
Maybe we got the light whipped cream, too, the blue one.
All right, let's go to break, please.
Oh, we're going to get Sedano today, man. We're going to get him. 7:22 on a Wednesday morning. Smile. And if you're Mike Trudell and Geeter, you're smiling extra wide today.
That is true.
Smile, suckers, on Wednesday morning on the Sedano Kap Morning Show. We continue reacting to the breaking news, and we'll work in some Dodgers baseball. 3 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
Being a sports fan in Los Angeles can be unpredictable. Your ice cream shouldn't be. For over 80 years, Thrifty has delivered the exact same legendary experience, right down to our signature cylindrical scoop. It's the brand this city was raised on, and the easiest call you'll make on game day. Skip the debate. Just grab the carton everyone already agrees on. Thrifty Ice Cream, a California classic. Available at most major retailers.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Summer is sizzling and the August deals are at Northridge or Wonders Toyota. It's Bethel Durant, and I love my Camry Hybrid. And right now, you can lease a 2026 Camry SE Hybrid CVT for $359 a month or 36 months plus tax. $359 for a new Camry Hybrid? Come on now. It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Camry model 2561 with total SRP of $33,808. Lease and purchase amount of $21,964. $29.99 due at signing. Includes first month payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required. On approved credit, tax, title, license, or extra. Excludes dealer doc fee of $80. Offer ends 8/31/2026.
The Circa Million Pro Football Challenge is back. The greatest football contest in the world, coming straight at you from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs, with a cool mill and the coveted blue jacket going to the winner. And hey, if you suck, no prob. Come in last and $100,000 is coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 10 entries per person. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com. Circa Las Vegas, the time of your life.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Now here's my scandal. I want to get you home and
7:26. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday. No windy today. He's in Scotland, but don't worry.
We need him today. I mean, we're going to get Ramona, I would imagine, at some point.
By the way, Wendy's available. I can tell you he's not out of pocket. I'm already the Hoop Collective podcast, and he's in like some random hotel room.
Yeah, but the Hoop Collective podcast he could tape at his convenience.
Yeah, he's going to come on with us today.
Wake out Lakers breaking news. Lakers are being sold
Don't
again.
text the guy in Scotland.
Lakers being sold again to Jared Kushner and Bob Iger. I love Bob.
No, not Jared Kushner. Josh Kushner.
Did I say
Jared's
Jared?
brother, yeah.
Yes.
Josh Kushner, sorry. Yeah. We've got statements from them, but first, happy birthday. He turned 62 to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
So, ladies,
yeah.
Ladies,
yeah.
You want to roll my Mercedes?
Yeah.
Turn around. Stick it out. Even white boys
All right,
got
so
the shout.
let's kind of set where we are here right now for those of you that are just tuning in, and I'm sure there's plenty that are just tuning in at any given moment. The Lakers have been sold again.
Bizarre.
Yeah, it's the strangest twist ever. Okay, the Lakers being sold to Josh Kushner and Bob Iger, the former chairman and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, our former boss, basically.
Now, you know you got a cell phone, right?
I do not
We
have
might
a
need
cell
it.
phone.
But
No.
didn't he shake your hand once?
We have had a few words over the years, but not. I don't even know if he actually knows who I am. Let's be honest.
We're going to need that connection.
The phone number
I'm sure
went
you
through
will.
his hand into his phone when they shook hands. Is that how it worked?
Yeah, it doesn't like. Yeah, it doesn't like. We didn't like do
didn't
that
transfer?
thing when you do with the iPhones where you like put them next to each other,
Yeah.
the contacts
And they
share.
do their
We
thing?
didn't do any of that.
No.
No, none of that. So they were involved in the expansion process to try to get the Vegas team, but apparently turned and pivoted towards buying the Lakers from Mark Walter. So Mark Walter, who had purchased it from the Buss family, a year?
Yeah.
It was June of last year because we were at the finals when that story broke.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little more than a year. So if you're worried about capital gains for Mark
I'm
Walter,
not worried about it for him. I'm sure he's worried about it. But I can't think. Can you think of, because I can't, off the top of my head, and I haven't Google searches, but I can't think of a faster transaction in any
I don't
sport.
know, but can we look that up?
Yeah.
What was the fastest
Right.
transactions of
Because
sports
you
teams?
never, and I mentioned this in the first segment, but the average transaction in the NBA is 7 years.
Yeah.
So if you buy a team, the ownership will change on average in 7 years. That's it, 7 years.
Yeah.
So you buy a team, you hold it, it goes up through the roof, you sell it, you make a ton of money, everybody's happy. This is a year of ownership where you spent $10 billion. The world was shocked. And I say the world, I mean the world of sports ownership was shocked. Not because it's, wow, they spent so much money. Everybody knew the Lakers would sell for a fortune. When the Carolina Panthers are selling for $4 billion, the number one squad and the number one brand in NBA basketball worldwide, the Lakers, that's going to sell for a lot more. But every franchise valuation in every sport has gone through the roof, and you've gone from $10 billion to $12 billion in a calendar year.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. And what I would add to that is this, is that it's just, it's mind-boggling in some ways. But again, I think a lot of this, if you just think about it logically, is what we've already addressed, right? And again, if you're just tuning in, the Lakers have been sold again for $12 billion. If you just heard what Cap said, Mark Walter and his group, the Guggenheim Group, have sold it for $12 billion after buying it for $10 billion in June of 2025. So it's unprecedented, but logically it makes sense. There's an investigation on hand on Mark Walter at the moment. There is the fact that the NBA is not Major League Baseball, and they have executives who have helped oversee the Lakers' kind of transition, right? The Dodgers people in Andrew Friedman and Farhan Zaidi have overseen this transition, even in the front office aspect of this. And with the acquisitions they made, maybe part of the calculus was, hey, this is not necessarily going to be a championship-level team, and they figured, you know what, let's get out while things are good. You know, we got this crazy offer on the table.
I'm just, again, for me, to see a guy like Mark Walter and Guggenheim, who owns the Dodgers, who've won back-to-back championships, who've rebuilt this franchise from the ground up, essentially.
Right.
To see them say, we're going to take over the Lakers, and then have, I'm going to call it again, this fan euphoria of people who say, Jeannie Buss and the Buss family was running the Lakers like this little family mom and pop operation.
It was very much a mom and pop operation. And then the hedge fund group came in.
And then, big money came through the door.
Yeah.
And we talked about this a ton a year ago.
How it's going to be so great for the Lakers because they're going to be able to do stuff in the margins they couldn't do in a mom and pop organization.
Because now they got unlimited money. And even though you can't put unlimited money into what's going on the floor, you can put unlimited money into everything behind the scenes.
Coaching staff, front office, analytics, et cetera, blah, blah, blah.
To make the product on the floor that much better.
Correct.
And everybody in L.A. was like, look at this. Mark Walter and Guggenheim, the guys who have brought you back-to-back Dodger championships, are going to do the same thing with the Lakers. And before they even have a season under their belt, they flip it. Imagine buying a house for $1 million.
Right. It's like flip or flop on HGTV.
Yes. Right, George. You buy a house for $1 million, okay? You buy a house for $1 million, and a year later, before you've even moved into the house, somebody says, "I'll give you $1 million."
You just rebuilt it. You just you did the new kitchen, the new bathroom, you know.
Right. Hey, I'll tell you what, I don't even want to go live in it.
Right.
You're going to give me $1 million too?
Yeah.
In 1
year? They got
year?
Hernandez to fix the flooring.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, you might have bought the house, torn it apart, and sold it before you even rebuilt it.
Perhaps it's possible,
right?
I mean, they did do some touch-ups. Yes,
but they also ripped out the kitchen.
Yeah.
That was LeBron James in this equation, and they let him go. They put him on the junkyard.
New kitchen.
Yeah, right.
New kitchen is Walker Kessler.
Right. And by the way, we haven't even installed the new kitchen yet.
Yeah. He hasn't even gotten here
we
yet.
We bought the appliances. We haven't even installed them yet.
Right.
That is what these guys did. They flipped the Lakers.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it. That's wild when you put it that way, for sure. Hey, real quick, we want to make sure we introduce our special guests today. These lovely people and this lovely family, okay, they have purchased an opportunity at a charity auction to hang out and be part of this show today, okay? We have Hunter. Hello, Hunter.
What's up, Hunter?
Hunter, okay? So Hunter wants to do this. He loves sports. Kid loves it, eats it, breathes it, sleeps it, right? Played baseball where Mateo plays baseball, okay, at the moment. Went to school with my daughter, still goes to school with my daughter, Aria, who's in the other room right now.
Hi, Aria.
Yeah, and then his father, Scott. Hello, Scott. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Right here, Scott.
The other one.
There you
thanks
go.
for having us.
There we go.
Be here.
Heck of a day for you guys to join us today, right?
Yeah.
You big Laker fan?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of? Why? Okay,
Why?
well, who are you a fan of?
Not really anybody,
Yeah?
but yeah, I like the Lakers.
Okay, that's
You
cool.
like LeBron James, Hunter?
Yeah, but I heard about the trade to the Sixers.
Yeah, he's with the Sixers now.
You're going to boo LeBron, right? On
Yeah.
Christmas Day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not part of your team anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Say, hey, LeBron, you're a gutless bum.
Yeah.
Do you say that?
No,
Sure.
don't
Yeah,
say that.
no, do say that.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
cool. Yeah, say it.
Hunter, I'm a role model for the youth of America.
Yeah,
It's
no,
okay.
he's not.
I mean, Scott, Dad, your kid's about to learn a lot here today, man. You're going to have a lot of resetting to do when you get in the car.
You
on
guys
the way
actually
back.
got lucky.
I'm just going to leave him here, and I'm going to
No, leave him here. Happy and I can take him out
That's a
tonight.
smart dad. That's a real smart dad.
Yeah, for sure. So crazy day, Hunter and Scott, and thank you guys for joining us today. We want to talk some. You like the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk some Dodgers here in a second. We got this guy over there, Greg Bergman. He's like our Dodger expert. Okay, he does like a Dodger show.
17 times during the day.
Yeah, it's like a lot. He's on like a million times a day, and all he does is want to talk about the Dodgers. So we give him that opportunity to talk about the Dodgers. All right, let's flip it. Let's talk some Dodgers here, and then we'll get back to the Lakers' unprecedented sale again.
All right, you watch the Blue Review weekdays at 6:30 a.m. with Bergie and Marcus Grant, presented by LAX. Then Bergie's Three Things around 7:30, talking all things Dodgers baseball, thanks to our friends at Blue Eyes Vodka.
Blue Eyes Vodka, thanks to Blue Eyes Vodka, made from Idaho potatoes and pristine Teton water for a smoother, creamier, cleaner cocktail with no sugar and just 64 calories per ounce. Look for Blue Ice wherever you shop for spirits. Blue Ice Vodka, pure as the Tetons.
We talked about the Tetons yesterday on Mason and Ireland. Emily had pictures of the Tetons.
Oh, wow.
They're
I'd
gorgeous.
like to know more about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they get the water from.
I won't do the bit I will usually do because, we got the
So what I would say to you is this. First of all,
kids.
I was falling asleep watching this game yesterday. I was exhausted. Okay? But I kept one eye open as Max Muncy once again is the hero of the day for the Dodgers.
Back-to-back games where he was the hero, and it's for a guy like him, you see in front of you twice walks ahead of him, intentional walks. Sorry, I'm all flustered about the Lakers.
It's okay. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
just take a deep breath.
Have you had water yet? Have you had water yet this morning?
Let's breathe.
Yeah,
All
water.
together.
Okay, deep breath together. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Very good.
Yeah, there was 2 intentional walks in front of him, so in him to come up with the
Right,
bases
they basically
loaded.
said,
Insulted
you try to beat us.
Right, we'll
Even
take
though
our
you
chances
beat us
with
the
you.
night before, you try to beat us.
Right, we'll take
There's
our
no
chances.
respect for Max Muncy there,
No,
Hunter.
not at all.
No,
Yeah,
no
I'm with
respect,
you.
right,
Not
Hunter?
at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, again,
Good
zero.
job, Hunter. You want to host the Blue Review?
I mean,
Weekdays at 6:30
apparently-
a.m.
We'll
can't
let you
speak,
host the
so we
Dodgers
do.
show, too. This guy can't even spit it out today. He can't even talk right now.
He's
today.
nervous.
He's so excited.
I know. Hunter's making me nervous. I don't know why.
Go
but
ahead.
this
You
is-
would think you'd be happy with Kushner and Iger coming in. It's a good day for the Hebraic brothers.
Yes, it is.
It's a very good day for Cappy and I. But either way, Max Muncy came in clutch yesterday, and he's been doing it a lot recently. Since the All-Star break, he's had, I think, 3 or 4 go-ahead home runs. He's had multiple hits where he's put the team ahead. Max Muncy has been everything that you want as a Dodger. He's been fantastic.
I mean, look, it's just unreal what he's like. He is. There are certain guys who I would say, they perform in the clutch. And here's the thing. I think the guys who perform best in the clutch, regardless of the sport, it's not just that they elevate their game necessarily. It's that they don't shrink in that moment, right? Like they are just cool, calm, and collected. This is no different than any other situation that I'm in, right? If you look at a guy like, for example, like Derek Jeter was considered one of the most clutch players in the history of baseball, right? And it's because if you look at his numbers in the postseason, he's got like 160 games he's played in the postseason, which is the equivalent of a Major League Baseball season. They're very similar. His numbers in the postseason are almost identical to his numbers in the regular season, whereas guys shrink, right? Look at a guy like Kike Hernandez. Yep. He's a playoff riser, right? He in the regular season, he's okay. He's Kike Hernandez. He's a pretty good player. He's a utility guy. But in the playoffs, he plays well. Muncy in these situations, he elevates.
Yeah, he's the
also
guy that you want.
35 years old. I mean, it's just to
He's
think
seen
about
some stuff,
to
too.
think about where he is in his career and what he was supposed to be like 10 years ago.
Dude, he was a Rule 5
Right.
draft guy.
I mean, it's
he
just
was
amazing.
DFA'd by the A's, and then he thought about quitting baseball.
Right.
And then the Dodgers came calling. They gave him a minor league contract, and look where he is now.
And by
He's
the way,
one of
the
greatest
A's
touches.
also have a Max Muncy,
Yeah,
right?
a second one.
They
Yeah,
have another Max Muncy,
And
right?
they're both born on the same day, aren't
Born
they?
on the same
That's
day,
crazy.
play the same position.
Yeah, third base.
Well,
There
you
you
go.
go,
Hunter knows.
Yeah,
Come
there
on,
you
Hunter.
go.
Good
Good
job.
job.
Seriously.
This Hunter guy. This Hunter guy's good.
Hunter, you should do this
Right,
segment
Hunter,
with Greg
go over
every
there
day.
and-
We
and
should just
do
bring
this.
you in every
Yeah.
day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, next time.
All right, Hunter, did you watch Blake Snell last night?
No, I did not.
You missed it? It's all right. He was nasty, though.
He was so good last night. And this is a guy that We talked about it yesterday. This is what he does. He misses the first half of the year, and then he comes in the second half of the year, and he's fantastic. Remember in 2023 or 24, I think it was, when he was with the Giants, he missed the whole year, and then at the end, came back, threw in a no-hitter. Like, he's just better in the second half of the year, and there's no other teams that have this type of luxury that the Dodgers have. And this, if you want to hate the Dodgers, this is the reason why you hate the Dodgers. Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow missed 4 months out of the year, come back for the last, and look fantastic coming back.
I mean, that's good work if you can get it. If you can make, how much does Blake Snell make a year? Like $40 million or something like that?
He makes a lot, probably in the 30s.
30-something million dollars? Yeah. You only have to pitch a third of the season?
That's good work.
I mean, good
You
Lord.
can get that done. Hey, look,
Can you guys pay me for a third of the year and I can just do the whole year?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? I mean, don't we kind of already?
No, get out of here.
I mean,
get out of
I mean,
here.
what, 60%? I'll give you 60.
I'm here like 90% of the time.
What?
On the air.
Wait a minute.
On the air.
Whoa.
On the air.
Okay, all right.
Maybe not in the studio.
No, but not
home on the road.
I'm going to call it 80.
Exactly.
I'm going to call
That's
it 80.
actually harder doing it on the road.
I'm saying 80%. What percentage you guys got?
Hunter, when you grow up and you have a job, do you think you got to show up 5 days a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I show up 5 days a week. I just happen to be in different locations.
Right. You're in San Antonio. You're
Right.
doing
It's not
an
my fault. I
ACC
got to do other
game.
I got to do games. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Hunter,
listen,
you like whipped cream?
Yeah.
All right, we got
All right,
whipped
good.
cream, too, in the fridge for you, for the kids.
But
We
Blake,
do. We're going to play Pie Face. I'm going to work it in later. It's
No.
a good game.
I'm not doing pie face. I'm dressed up today.
You don't have to do it.
No.
Let Cappy do it.
Cappy will do
Let
it.
him finish the segment, please.
Blake Snell, though, but listen, Bergie, last night as I'm watching this game, I said to Morales, I go, dude, it's amazing. You're the
You
Dodgers.
hate it, don't you?
And in 2 nights, well, not really, but I mean, I'm just fascinated by it. In back-to-back nights, you have pitched guys who have multiple Cy Youngs.
Yep.
That's what the Dodgers are last night. You know, they're Blake Snell, who hasn't pitched. How many starts did he had prior to this?
This year?
Yeah.
One. He threw 56 pitches in like 3 2/3 innings, and then he got hurt again, and he was out
And
till
his,
now.
his comeback is 10 strikeouts.
Oh, yeah. He came back with 10 strikeouts. In the first inning, he struck out the side against 3 good hitters, Lofton, Witt, and Caglione, and it was all different ways. It was a changeup to Lofton. It was a fastball right by Bobby Witt, and then it was this crazy curveball that had where it broke twice against Caglione. The guy is phenomenal.
Were you afraid? Were you worried when Evan Phillips gave up the yams? I mean, that was a rough inning.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because there are still little issues that we do have to talk
Yeah,
about.
the bullpen is.
Evan Phillips
Tried
the
to give it
bullpen.
away last night.
Yeah.
He tried to give it away.
Hunter, how's your arm? They could use an arm in the bullpen. You think you can throw an inning if you need to?
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's go.
Well, how fast do you throw?
Oh,
Like
man.
85, 90 miles an hour?
Oh, no, nowhere near that.
Doesn't matter. You just you're throwing stuff. They're used to 95. When you
Listen,
throw like 50, they
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
They'll be like fooled. They'll be like, wait, I can't hit this.
Dude, you
Yeah.
pitch. You don't throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? Right?
Exactly.
You paint the corners, right?
Exactly.
You're an artist
Yeah.
out there.
Hit
You're
your
not,
spots.
Not an overpowering guy quite yet. Righty
Yeah.
or lefty?
No, I'm righty.
A righty. Okay. All right. All right. Pretty good.
It's all good.
All right, so last thing from is those issues that you're talking about, they are still real. We talked about it yesterday. There's still issues in the outfield with Andy Pages where he's dropping the ball and allowing guys to Caglione to score from second base because the transfer. Those were issues that happened. You talked about the shutdown innings last night. Yesterday we talked about again the shutdown inning was not there. They scored. Went up 3-1. They give it right away. Give it right back in the next half inning. Those are the types of things they have to shore up as the season goes on. But at the end of the day, they've won 3 or 4, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and they could have lost all of these games, basically.
Yep, they could have lost all of them, and they allowed a bad-hitting Royals team to score 5 runs consistently.
If you did not know that the Royals were a bad team and you had no idea about either of these two teams, you'd watch these first two games. You go, these are pretty evenly matched teams.
Yeah,
I will say this: the Royals unis. I love the Royals unis.
So do I.
They,
Blue is
those
so good.
those blues, those George
So
Brett
good.
blues,
Yeah,
they're
good.
so nice.
That's the color I want of my Corvette, which I haven't gotten yet.
I was just going to say, what Corvette are we talking
no,
about?
I don't
here?
have it yet, but
Oh.
that's when I get it. When I get my
Are you having a
Corvette.
midlife crisis?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am, and I'm past midlife, unfortunately.
All right, that's 3 things sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, pure as the Tetons. Let's get back to the Lakers.
Yeah, we will. Let's step aside for a moment and let Chris talk about his friends at George Chevrolet. And then, if you're just tuning in, the Lakers were sold again.
Doesn't make sense.
Honestly, I know. I text Ramona, hey, sorry to bug you. Were you hacked? Like, I literally text her that because it reminded me a lot of something that happened to the Lakers about 18 months ago or so. We'll get to that in a second.
7:44. My quack of Kasim. Come on, man. I'm gonna get Hunter in here to run the board. Kasim is off today.
Hunter, you want to run the board?
Kasim,
we'll teach you how to do it. Press the buttons.
It's
We
fine.
got you.
You can be better than Kasim. I mean,
There's a lot going on.
Oh, there's a lot going on. What do you like, Bergie? These guys just aren't ready for the big time, Sedano.
They're not.
What are we talking
Come
about
on,
here?
Kasim. We got you.
All right. First, let me tell you this. Think you've got what it takes to take down Travis Rogers and Marcus Grant in fantasy football? Listen to DeMarco and Travis for your chance to qualify for the Morongo Fantasy Football Face-Off. Draft live with Travis and Marcus tomorrow. Compete for weekly prizes, and if you're the last fan standing, you'll win 2 tickets to football's biggest championship game. It's all powered by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Let me tell you about my friend John Good and his guy Kevin Rivas at George Chevrolet. So, the summer road trip is here. You want a Corvette like Cappy is stuck in that midlife crisis? Vroom, vroom. Or you want a Tahoe, a Suburban, an Equinox, a Trax, or like my girlfriend Stephanie, she's got the Traverse. Go to George Chevrolet, GeorgeChevy.com. 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in the city of Bellflower. John Good's going to take care of you. George Chevrolet, 7-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Get ready, Kasim. You know what that means. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, baby. George Chevrolet in the city of Bellflower. 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit. You got a little time left, about a month left of summer. So get summer road trip ready if you got something late August, maybe for Labor Day, or you get ready for football season. You need a nice vehicle to take the kids to school, soccer practice, football games, those little miscreants, although we got a lot of miscreants around this morning. That's okay. GeorgeChevy.com, George Chevrolet, 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit, the official vehicle of ESPN LA. When we return in 3 minutes, we will continue to talk about the Lakers being sold yet again on a Wednesday, August 12th. You're waking up, you're like, man, I just bought my Lon Rosen hat. Anyway, the Lakers are sold. We'll talk about it next on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com /710.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Waba Grill. It's flavorful.
Pick me up and never put me down.
It's quality. It's fresh. It's spicy. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in fiery chili crisp. Get yours now, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the?
Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto.
Nice. Who's that?
New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now.
Wait, we're famous?
Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
All right, 7:48 on a Wednesday. Usually we do the OTDs, but we're not even going to do that, Sedano, because on the line right now on the Hard Rock Casino Tejon hotline, the one and only, she broke the news this morning. The applause, please, Kasim, for Ramona Shelburne. Good morning, Momo.
My God.
Now, I text you like I text Shams the day the Lucas story went down. Like, yo, are you good? Did you get hacked? Are you okay? Like, I know, I'm sure I wasn't the only one.
No, I'm not gonna lie. My hand was shaking a little when I was hitting send, but you don't hit send with one source. You hit send with 5 sources.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was pretty sure.
So for those who are just tuning in,
no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, for those that are just tuning in right now, because again, people are tuning in at different times here in the morning. Ramona has the story today. The Lakers have been sold again. Mark Walters selling to Josh Kushner and former Disney chairman and CEO Bob Iger. The Lakers are being sold again a little more than a year after it was reported that they were sold to the Mark Walter Group back in June of 2025. So go ahead, Ramona. How did this all unfold?
Okay, George, this happened in the last few days, okay? Josh Kushner and Bob Iger were part of a group that was bidding on an expansion franchise in Las Vegas. The price for Las Vegas was climbing up into the stratosphere. And at one point, they kind of looked at each other and said, why are we going so hard for an expansion franchise without checking to see if a team like the Los Angeles Lakers is open? They both live in LA. I think Josh has a house in Malibu. Bob has a house in Brentwood. They're huge sports fans, NBA fans. Josh runs a company called Thrive Capital, but in May he started something called Thrive Eternal, which is focused on legacy brands, and obviously the Lakers are a legacy brand. I think they just placed a call to see if, before they move forward with, I don't know the number, what it was on Vegas, but let's say it was $10 billion. Why are we going more than that for an expansion franchise when the Lakers just sold for $10 billion? You can buy a brand and a team that already exists and is iconic. And they called Mark Walter on Sunday. So today's what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And asked if he would consider it. And he had a day or two to decide. It was just an incredible business opportunity. I don't think he was looking to sell, but it was something he had to look at because of how much money was involved. This is an absolutely earth-shattering number, $12.5 billion.
And Ramona, you say that it happened on Sunday. For most of us, when we saw your tweet this morning, this is a shocking development. And I was thinking, well, geez, maybe this has been going on for the last couple of months behind closed doors, and they've done a great job of keeping this quiet. But Ramona, to have this go from Sunday, a phone call, to Wednesday, an announcement, that's incredible. And I just wonder, from an NBA league perspective, if there's ever been a transaction like this before, where somebody bought a team and sold a team in this short of a period of time, and how the league thinks about something like this.
I've covered the NBA a long time. I don't remember anything happening like this, like literally flipping a team and making $2.5 billion. And when did it officially close?
June of 25.
I guess it was October of
June of 25 was reported. Right. Yeah.
Right. But it didn't close until I think it was October or November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. The Board of Governors meeting.
The
right.
Went through.
Yep.
Yeah. So how many months is that?
I mean, it's not even a year. Yeah.
Not even a year. That's right.
Not
Like
even
10
a year.
Months, right.
I've never quite seen anything like that fast, and especially a deal of this magnitude coming together. But look, these guys had obviously gone through the process on expansion, so their money's in order. Right? Like, you've already gotten money together for an expansion bid. So why not? They've done due diligence. This isn't like Mark Walter, who had been a minority owner with the Lakers for a long time, like working on Jeannie Buss over the years to say, whenever you're ready, give me a call.
Right. Because he started there in 2021, right? Like as a minority partner with the Lakers.
Yeah. I mean, look, Bob Iger, I got to know him the first, obviously he's been our boss for a long time, guys.
Yeah.
But Bob Iger was, he is a huge NBA fan. He used to have Clippers season tickets. I got to know him because he would sit center court at the Clipper games. He got to be really good friends with Chris Paul. I don't think he is still a season ticket holder for the Clippers. I didn't see him at any games last year at Intuit Dome.
I saw him at the NBA Finals. I saw him at the NBA Finals in San Antonio.
Yeah. He's really the trump card here, guys. He's an extremely popular man in NBA circles. He did that. Remember the bubble that saved the 2020 season?
Yeah.
That was a lot of Bob Iger and Chris Paul and Adam Silver getting on the phone and just making that happen. And it, it's pretty unbelievable how quickly this came together. But I think this is Bob Iger is retired. I think he still has some level of involvement with Disney, but they're he's got a new job now, and it's going to be running the Los Angeles Lakers.
So let me ask you this, Ramona, because Cap and I were speculating about this from the Mark Walters side. And there's a couple of prongs here, and just give me a second, and then you can kind of address them, okay? Number one, there's this investigation that's out there at the moment, okay, on him. And then and that's from the federal government is investigating him on certain business transactions, okay? We'll just leave it at that. And then Cappy and I looked at this from a sports perspective. I think Andrew Friedman is one of the smartest guys in all of sports, okay? Arguably the smartest sports executive there is. I think that perhaps maybe when this was all transpiring, could they have had a conversation, Mark Walter and Andrew, and said, hey, I know we turned this Dodger thing around the way we did, but this is a different set of rules. The cap is different. There is a cap, right? This is not Major League Baseball. We're already going to have to deal with changes in Major League Baseball. Perhaps maybe this is the time to hit the eject button, even from a on-court perspective, because we may not be able to replicate the success we had with the Dodgers. So how much did those potential things factor into this, if you know how this all kind of unfolded?
I don't think the investigation had any kind of causation to this, although I do think the fact that it's in the background is something we all have to note and think about, right? I think this literally was a call that was placed on Sunday and an offer he couldn't refuse or he had to think about just from a business perspective. It's just an opportunity he couldn't pass up. But look, that is in the background here. Like, you can't deny that that's in the background. I don't think he's being forced to sell anything. I don't think he has to sell anything. But I think, that's probably one of the reasons they called him. I mean, if you're thinking about why did Josh Kushner and Mark Walter, that's if you're in business, you call people when there's stuff going on like that. So I don't think it caused anything. I think it's just in the background, but it's certainly something that's worth noting. In terms of on the court product or on the field product, this does not affect the Dodgers. I want to be clear about that. This is just the Lakers. I got to get clarity on whether it also affects the Sparks. I don't think so, but I need to get clarity on that. I don't have that reporting yet. I think it's just the Lakers. And look, the Dodgers are a whole other situation on the field. This is the dog days of August. I think we had the same conversation last year when they went through some struggles, the bullpen, and they kind of stumbled into the playoffs. This is a team that's played deep into the postseason every single year. So I think they're tired and they just saved themselves for the postseason. But I don't think that has anything to do with why Mark would disentangle himself or sell the Lakers now.
Ramona, I find it really interesting that you said that the Kushner-Iger group, they were dealing with this Las Vegas expansion franchise. And the money's in place, right? So, look, Iger's a very wealthy guy. Kushner's a very wealthy guy. This is a young man in Kushner who's only in his early 40s. He went to Harvard as an undergrad. He has an MBA from Harvard. And when you have those kinds of degrees, you walk into money, okay? Not to mention he comes from money. But the money's all in place. So when you say to your other investors, hey, we're working on this Vegas deal, we have a wild idea. Just a wild idea. What if we increase our number and just throw a line over to the Lakers? Wouldn't you rather own the Lakers for $12 billion than an expansion franchise for 8 or 9? And everybody in the group goes, of course, naturally. The guts, I think, it takes to even throw out this concept. Because, again, Mark Walter only bought this team a year ago. I find this to be so shocking, but I can tell you this, that everybody around the NBA right now is ecstatic because now everybody else's franchise just went up in value dramatically again in under a year.
Yeah, I think if you're the NBA, I mean, I'll just tell you this. I don't think anybody really knew. I think this came together so fast that everyone is wrapping their heads around this right now. Like there's just no there's just no way they even know what's going on right now. It's too it happened so fast, too massive, too everything that you can't get any. There's I think the NBA owners, I think their first instinct, they're all billionaires, right? So I think their first instinct is, oh wow, they sold for 12.5. What's my franchise worth?
That's right.
Right.
That's
Like
exactly
you started
right.
to see that when the Celtics went for 6.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics went for 6. That's kind of what got the Lakers things going. Then the Seahawks just went for the first one. Really, if we're going back in time, was the Commanders. That was the first giant one, $5 billion, right? Things were going for 4 in the NBA. Then the Commanders went for 5 or 6, I think. And then it got the Celtics. That number went up. I mean, we just went from our minds being blown. The Celtics went for $6 billion to now the Lakers going for 10 and then 12.5.
Right.
In a year.
And I would argue to you that this, you said it started with the Commanders. I would argue that this all really started, believe it or not, with the Clippers. When Ballmer bought
paid
the Clippers,
$2 billion cash from his couch cushions,
right,
basically.
Because remember, at the time, everybody's like, well, they're going to make offers. Everybody's going to make an offer to Sterling, and we're going to see if the Clippers can get sold for X. Well, Ballmer walked through the door and went, I don't have time to negotiate. Okay, I'm going to throw you a number that's so ridiculous that you're going to say absolutely. And at that time, that number was $2 billion. And I'm telling you, Ramona, just from my position, that changed the world. That was the first transaction that really changed the world of sports franchises as an asset class going through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Sorry, I'm answering a million texts as I'm talking.
Oh,
to
I
you
bet.
You get it.
Right, the whole world is like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of wrapping my, like as a reporter, you're kind of I'm still wrapping my head around it too, and these are all the right questions. Somebody said, what does that mean for the Buss family? What does that mean for all the Dodger people who've been installed with the Lakers that they just have been, onboarding in that process?
Yeah.
What is it? I don't have all the answers yet. Somebody asked me about the Sparks. I was like, oh, I don't know that one yet. I need to find out. Like there's just so much that we're all wrapping our head around.
And the TV network. Let's not forget that. That's up for sale, isn't it, too? I did first. Yeah, well, I think there's also what does this mean for the arena? There's just a lot. Like, my guess is we're a couple weeks out from the season. Mark Walter owns the team now. The new group will have to go through a vetting process, an approval process with the rest of the owners. I can't see that being a problem. So what?
No issue.
Mark's agreement with Jeannie Buss, I don't know what that means. I don't know if she's selling her shares too. I don't have those answers yet. But okay, Mark, let's say it was in May of 25 that was agreed upon, and then it was agreed, and then it went through at the Board of Governors in October, 5 months. So my guess is, if I'm just spitballing, my guess is all of this is going to take a few months, and everything that Mark Walter had started to set up with the Lakers is going to stay in place until this new group comes in.
And I believe Josh Kushner was involved. Remember the story about FIFA and the World Cup and them trying to get
that's right.
Right. He was involved in that transaction that set a lot of people, aghast.
Wait,
right?
what transaction? Just go through.
Well,
privatizing FIFA.
Correct.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he was involved in that, and he pivoted to this
because he also Kushner has been a minority stakeholder in some other NBA franchises along the way, as I understand it. Ramona, maybe you know more about that than I do, because I'm just kind of picking this stuff up as we go along. But you see, when you have a minority ownership in an NBA franchise, you're already like targeted as, when a franchise becomes available, we want this person to move their money into this. We're looking for you to become one of our owners.
Yeah. Listen, you're listening to KSBN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Ramona, people listening, and if you're just tuning in, the Lakers have been sold again. Ramona has this story this morning of the Lakers, Mark Walter and his group selling the Lakers to Josh Kushner and former Disney chairman and CEO Bob Iger for a record $12 billion. So Mark Walter's group basically flipped the Lakers in about a year for a little over $2 billion. Now, in regards to what this means on the floor, right? When Mark Walter bought this team from the Buss family, And we were sitting there going, okay, this is a good thing, right? They're going to have resources to do things in the margins in a sport where it is capped, right? But there's no cap on coaching staffs and analytics and front office and, support staff, et cetera, right? How does this change that, if at all, moving forward?
Wait, I'm sorry, ask again. I was just answering a text. Sorry.
Right. So everybody was excited about the Walters Group buying the Lakers because of all the stuff you can do in the margins, right?
Oh, right. Okay,
that isn't capped. How does this affect that?
I think for now, it really, let's say for the next 3 or 4 months while this is going through and the approval process, I think everything just runs as it is. I think it all just runs the way that they've been setting up, just the same way when the Lakers were sold. Oh, you know what? Oh no, I don't need to take this. I can.
Okay. All right, keep going with us. Keep going with us.
And I got to get off soon because I'm.
We get it. Go ahead.
There's just too many things going on. The news desk wants me to update the story too. So, I just think that everything's in place right now, and it's going to continue to be in place. The season's starting. They have new. They've redone a lot of the ticket policies. I think the media seats are going to be up on the next level. I think they're going to be up on the second level now, right? Like there's just a lot of things that have been set in motion that you don't need to unwind, right? And whenever the new group is approved and can take over, they'll have their own process. So I would say the beginning of this season is going to look a lot like it was forecast at the end of last season, or what all the things that have been put in, all the new people who've been hired. They just hired a bunch of new people, assistant GM, stats guys, analytics guys. I would assume, just like whenever there's an ownership change, those people will probably be evaluated, that they've just been evaluated, okay, and new hires have been made. But that's all going to take some time.
Right.
Everything's going to take some time.
And so, in other words, let's just, for the names that people know the most, guys like JJ, Pelinka, those people, in theory, safe to be, and then potentially to be evaluated?
Yeah. I mean, I would assume. I don't have reporting on that, George.
For sure. No. I know.
Like it's, like the first sale was an inside job, right? This is Mark Walter was a minority owner. He knew the inner workings of the decisions to hire those guys. But now this is not an inside job. This is a straight business transaction, guys. Like this is, I don't think Mark Walter went in with the intention of this. I think in his statement, he said it was the honor of a lifetime. I think he was excited about owning the Lakers. They were putting all these new people. This is the Walter Sports Group, right? But it's when there's an offer that's too good to refuse, you got to look at it. I don't really know what it means yet, but I'm trying to figure it out. I think we're all going to figure it out together over the next little bit. But I'm telling you, this all started on Sunday.
Crazy.
And so all of this, we're very at the very beginning of everything.
All right. Listen,
right, of everything here.
Awesome reporting. Awesome job. You're the best. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you on TV in a couple hours.
Wow. Nice
Thank
work.
you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
See ya.
Okay,
Ramona
bye.
Shelburne with us on the Hard Rock Casino Tahone hotline. Thank you, Ramona. 8:07 in the morning on a historic Wednesday.
Yeah. Let's kind of unpack this for wait, hold on. Hold on. Just let us kind of unpack the interview for a second, and then we can do that.
Talk to me.
Any thoughts on what Ramona had to say?
Well, I think my biggest takeaway is how fast this all came to be.
Sunday.
Right.
This is insane.
Right, you're talking
That's
about...
like me and you, like yesterday, right? We were talking about how I bought Olympic tickets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll sell you my tickets at face value.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, it felt like you and I having that conversation, and these two rich guys just did that with the Lakers.
Look, again, if Bob Iger said to me, hey, you just bought that house on last week, and I'd like to buy it from you this week, like, we can make that transaction happen.
Right, and that still sounds crazy.
Right, but this is a $12 billion transaction. So when somebody gets a call on Sunday, hey, Mark, it's Bob. How you doing? Hey, listen, we're working on this Vegas thing, but just throwing a crazy idea your way. What if we bought the Lakers from you? We'd give you $12 billion. You'd make $2 billion in under a year. Does that sound like a good idea? And as somebody who's in the world of investment and in the world of turning profit and return on investment, you can make $2 billion in a year. I think you grab that deal. You get in, you get out, you make your money, you move on.
Well, and you look at the history of Bob Iger and the type of deals he's been able to make as the chairman and CEO of the Walt Disney Company. Guy knows what he's doing when he's making a deal.
But I also want to say this, and I'll tease you with this. I want to tell you that in 2016, I know I'm going back 10 years now. In 2016, Jerry Jones publicly insulted Bob Iger. And if I'm Bob Iger, I've held on to that in the back of my mind for some time. And now I look back at Jerry Jones and go, oh, really? Look how things have changed a little bit for me, Jerry. And I'll tell you more about that coming up.
All right.
Let's talk about our friend Jacob Emrani.
Good tease by Kevin.
Hey, thank you.
That was really good. Top notch. Thank
you. Solid team.
Yeah.
Jacob Emrani.
Oh, real quick. Look, you know how it is showing up to work every day in L.A., Cappy? The job site, the warehouse, the restaurant kitchen, the loading dock. Putting in the hours, doing your job, and trusting that your employer has made the environment safe for you to do it, right?
And then all of a sudden one day something goes wrong and
Bam.
You're the one who pays the price. Bam is right.
Right, yeah, that happens.
A workplace injury can sound like, it's just an accident until you're dealing with a serious injury, a stack of medical bills, an employer who is pressuring you not to file a claim, and a workers' comp system that feels designed to confuse you rather than help you. You know what you do? You call Jacob and Ronnie.
Yeah, of course you call Jacob and Ronnie. You call them at this number at 800-345-6789. The team at Call Jacob Injury Attorneys understands California labor law and personal injury law, and they'll take the time to look at exactly what happened, who was responsible, and whether you're entitled to compensation beyond what workers' comp alone provides, Captain.
So you get the free consultation, a no-obligation case review, and there is no fee unless Jacob wins for you. So before you let your employer or their insurance company decide what your injury is worth, you talk to someone who actually knows what you're entitled to under California law.
Yep, call Jacob at 800-345-6789 or visit his website, calljacob.com. That's 800-345-6789 or visit calljacob.com.
Cappy, give me the tease one more time.
Bob Iger was insulted publicly by Jerry Jones, and now, 10 years later, he's got the Lakers. What happened? We'll explain.
We'll do that in 3 minutes from right now. Stay with us.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Circa Million Pro Football Challenge is back. The greatest football contest in the world, coming straight at you from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs with a cool mill and the coveted blue jacket going to the winner. And hey, if you suck, no prob. Come in last and $100,000 is coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 10 entries per person. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com. Circa Las Vegas, the time of your life.
Guys, Pizza Hut takes me back old school. Birthday parties, Little League, Friday nights, there was always something special about the Hut. Now, celebrate again with Pizza Hut's new throwback value menu. Iconic favorites like a personal pan pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda starting at just $4. Feed the family with the original stuffed crust pizza, $11.99 for a 1-topping medium. Try new additions like triple cheese, mac, and gooey s'mores sticks. Go to pizzahut.com or order now on the Pizza Hut app.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, it's Oral Hershiser. Can you believe I have my name on a building? I can't, but I'm grateful and I'm humbled. And here in Chino at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet, we love Chino. We love the people of this neighborhood, of this community, and the surrounding community, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve the same way I served you on the mound, the way I'm serving you on the microphone, and the way we follow and watch champions and championships.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper. So knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
This is the Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Good morning, guys. This is Angelica, and this is the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA, presented by Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and we got you covered at Angelica's Insurance. From auto and home to business and life, we have a plan just for you, even DUI and SR22 coverage to get you back on the road fast. Visit us at angelicas-ins.com for a free quote today. And now, the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, powered by Angelica's Insurance. And Sedano, please pump the brakes, sucker.
The Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour.
And thanks to Angie at Angelica's Insurance. She was going to join us today, but we'll reschedule that because we got breaking news. Lakers are sold again. We'll continue to unpack that.
Doesn't even seem real. Like, I got to be honest with you.
But we're going to still do a little bit of what we do on this day in 1984. Lionel Richie closed out the Summer Olympics in L.A. with a show-stopping 9-minute performance, Cappy, of All Night Long, Jack.
It's a great song.
Turn on your mic, Cappy.
Sure.
It's not Tulsa.
No,
Cappy,
listen,
are you also
Are you texting? Who are you texting?
Like Ramona, who's getting a million texts about this whole Lakers story.
Who's texting you?
I've got a guy.
People.
Yeah, I got a guy.
People are texting him.
Who's an NBA owner.
Well, he's a minority partner, right?
Minority partner.
Charlotte Hornets?
Well,
Sacramento Kings?
This one happens to be with Sacramento.
Yeah.
I've used them as an example, obviously, because I kind of know that situation a little bit. But just what the shock waves that this news is sending through the NBA, but I'll go further, not just the NBA, through all of sports this morning, because just as we were shocked when we got on the air and we saw this tweet and didn't know anything about it and thought that maybe Ramona was hacked, I'm telling you that the world was finding out about this at the same time that we all were. And so if you are an NBA owner, if you're an executive in another sport, you're just blown away by what you're hearing this morning. That's why my phone is kind of blowing up.
All right, 8:16. Why don't we talk about Hernandez Wholesale Flooring real quick?
Oh, yeah. Listen, first of all, Ramona Steven and Carlos right now are excited because Ramona said this will not affect the Dodgers. Now, listen, they love the Lakers too, don't get me wrong. But they are Dodgers season ticket holders. They are diehard Dodgers fans, these crazy Hernandez brothers. And listen, SoCal, summer is officially here. The grill is fired up. The kids are out of school, right? School's starting, though, soon. Okay, so get those last grill sessions in. But here's the deal. Everyone is still posting vacation photos. Meanwhile, you're still looking at those same old floors. So come on, man. It's time for an upgrade, especially before the kids hit school. Get out there and get it done. Head over to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where they've got millions of in-stock options in hardwood, laminate, tile, waterproof vinyl, carpet, and turf. I got that turf in the outdoor at the Sedano compound. And unlike those stores running around with those summer blowout sales every other weekend, Hernandez will give it to you straight, man. True wholesale pricing all year long. That's right. No waiting on gimmicks or sales. No wondering if the next week's sale be better. No, because every sale is the real sale because it's wholesale, Jack. Just incredible selection, wholesale pricing from a family-owned business that's been serving Southern California for 3 generations. First responders, military, and veterans, you get extra savings. And if you find a lower price, regardless of who you are somewhere else, Hernandez will match it, no questions asked. Call him, all right, at 866-62-FLOOR. And before your next summer party, barbecue, or family get-together, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Visit the showroom next to the Commerce Casino, right off the 5 freeway. Or you can go online and check out the stuff right there at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
Thank you, Sedano.
Nicely done.
It was nicely done. We love Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, home in the morning wood and the hardwood, and this founding partner of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Yeah.
So let me give you this story.
Go ahead, Jerry Jones.
Do you know this story? Do you know what I'm about to tell you?
Vaguely. I have a vague recollection of it.
Okay. Does anybody else remember
I remember you and I having a discussion about this.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, you were asking who was more powerful, and you were trying to make the case for Jerry Jones. I was making the case for Bob Iger. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, here's why, though. Let me just remind guys, and you may not remember this stuff. I just happen to remember it because I was covering this story very deeply at the time.
Deeply.
So it's
deep undercover, like Axel Foley.
Big time.
Yeah.
So it's probably like 2015, 16-ish. And if you'll recall, this is before the Rams moved back to L.A. A lot of this has to do with the NFL. So before the Rams moved back to L.A., do you remember that there was a proposal to have the Raiders and the Chargers share a stadium in Carson? Does that story sound familiar?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yes.
So Bob Iger, who at the time was running Disney, goes to these owners' meetings, and I believe
he was
in
part of
Houston.
the Carson proposal.
He very much wanted to convince the NFL owners that Carson was the right place for a stadium in L.A., and that the Raiders and the Chargers...
it would have been great. As someone who lives in the South Bay, I think Carson would have been fantastic.
But the Raiders-Chargers was sort of the problem.
Right.
Is that the rest of the owners around the league, they didn't really think that Mark Davis or Dean Spanos
could make it work.
They didn't really have the money, the liquid wealth to really make it all happen. But Iger went to bat for the Chargers, Raiders, Carson Stadium project.
Yeah.
So Iger stands up at this meeting, and this is all, you can Google this stuff. It's all out there. But I happen to recall it because I was, like I said, I was covering it closely at the time. And Iger stands up in this meeting, George, and he says to the NFL owners, hey, look.
Were you like the Greta Van Susteren of this? Like, the OJ case, you were covering this like she was covering that?
I guess I could have been a little Greta Van Susteren-esque. What happened to Greta Van Susteren? Whatever happened to her? I don't know.
She's retired, actually.
So Bob Iger stands up in front of all the NFL owners, and he says, okay, guys, here's the deal. I pay you more money than anybody else. Now, think about that. Bob Iger is the CEO of Disney.
Right.
And he's saying, not we, not Disney, I pay you, the NFL owners, more than anybody else. So you should listen to what I'm trying to sell you on here, because I know this area. I know the geography. I know what's going on in Southern California, and this is the project we should have. So as soon as Iger is done, Jerry Jones stands up. And Jerry Jones, by the way, was born in Inglewood, if you didn't know that.
Right, but he's not from Inglewood.
No, he's not from Inglewood, but he was pushing for Inglewood.
But it's not the reason that he was pushing, because his relationship was with Stan Kroenke.
Correct. No, don't get me wrong. But he
let's not make it seem like Jerry's some like Inglewood native necessarily.
No, but he didn't want Carson. He wanted Inglewood. He wanted to put the stadium in the city that he was born in, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, he knew, Jerry Jones.
He knew it was a better financial situation for him.
Correct. Well, listen, no doubt. He knew that Stan Kroenke had the wherewithal, the financial wherewithal, to turn Inglewood into what it's been turned into, okay? And he also knew that Mark Davis and Dean Spanos did not have what it would take to build a stadium in Carson, et cetera, et cetera. So Jerry Jones stands up after Bob Iger is done speaking to all of these NFL owners, and he says, I pay you more than anybody else. Jerry Jones stands up. 8 minutes is how the reporting went, of curse-laden beating up on Bob Iger in front of all the NFL owners. And he says this, and I'm paraphrasing. He says, he pays us more than anybody else? This guy's just an employee for Disney. He doesn't pay anything. Disney is who's paying us, not this guy. And Jerry gave this very impassioned speech on behalf of Stan Kroenke and the Rams to get the stadium at Inglewood and to get the L.A. market. Jerry did not want the Raiders or the Chargers or Carson to have anything to do with L.A. So Jerry very much insults Bob Iger in front of everybody. You're talking about billionaires. You're talking about multi-billions of dollars that are going back and forth between Disney and the NFL. And Jerry stands up and says to Bob Iger, you're nothing here. We're the owners. You're just an employee of Disney. Don't come in here and tell me that you're paying us all this money. Blatantly, publicly insulting Bob Iger.
Which, by the way, is also ridiculous, because none of that payment would have been made had he not rubber stamped any of it.
The bottom line is, though, is that Jerry made a distinction. I'm an owner of an NFL team. You are an employee of a company. Don't walk in here and act like you're giving us your money. You're giving us Disney money, Disney shareholder money.
But that money is still very important to the NFL.
So here's what I start to think to myself is now 10 years later, think about this. Bob Iger, who, again, publicly insulted by Jerry Jones, now Bob Iger can look at Jerry Jones and go, hey, I'm no longer that employee that you told everybody that, I had no power and I had no nothing. It wasn't my money. You insulted me, and now I just bought the Los Angeles Lakers for $12 billion, Jerry Jones. Take that. And I just can't help but think to myself, boy, Bob Iger is sitting here somewhere today.
Are you channeling your own, like are you like kind of doing this like how you would feel in that scenario and you would act like Bob now, or do you? Because I don't know if Bob actually thinks that way. I don't know him very well, or if at all, to be honest with you. I've met the man twice. But, like, I feel like you're just channeling your own energy there.
I'm channeling what Bob Iger is probably victory lapping today.
Well, I'm sure he's victory lapping for a lot of reasons.
Yes. One is I now own the Lakers.
Right.
Two is, oh, really? That's what you said to me 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Look what's happened in 10
you're
years.
Right. Maybe you're right.
Look what's happened.
Maybe you're right.
Pretty amazing.
Bob has done some pretty big deals in his life when he was the chairman of Disney. He bought Pixar for $7.4 billion, Marvel $4 billion, Lucasfilms for $4 billion. All those things have made 100 times, maybe not 100, but tenfold the amount of money for the Walt Disney Company.
But in that environment, in the environment of NFL owners, Jerry Jones said, and this is the quote, he said he paid us. Last time I checked, that money is coming from Disney shareholders, not him. So in that world, Jerry was the king of the NFL, and Bob Iger was a vendor related to the NFL. And so now Bob Iger has stepped up from, oh, yeah, I'm using Disney shareholder money to invest in the NFL.
I would also
owner.
Jerry, that in the grand scheme of things, the chairman of the Walt Disney Company is more important to the world than Jerry Jones.
To the world, yes.
Yes.
To the NFL, maybe not.
Right. Anyway, real quick, so Dave McMiniman is going to stop by. He was going to join us to talk basketball, which we still will talk some basketball with him because there are some, we had the schedule release yesterday. We had a lot of things going on. Real quick, take a quick pause on the Lakers since we're going to talk to McMiniman. Back to the Dodgers real quick. Bergman, as I look at the landscape in Major League Baseball right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good news, I think, for the Dodgers. You tell me if I'm wrong. There's currently a three-way tie for the last spot in the wild card. Now, the Dodgers are currently third in the National League.
Right.
In the third seed, let's call them. So they would have to play a wild card round, whereas the top two seeds get a bye.
Yep.
So, but in that three-way tie, the Philadelphia Phillies, who I think is the team that I would least want to face out of the teams that are tied in that particular three-way tie.
Good pitching, good hitting.
Because of their dynamic pitching in a short three-game series.
Great closer.
Are not currently in the playoff picture. Do I have that right? So are you with me on that?
So
from a Phillies perspective, that's the team you don't want to see if you're the Dodgers in a short series?
I think the Phillies and the Cubs are the two teams I would not want to see in a short
Cubs are a
series.
good one too, yeah.
Yep. So those two teams, I would rather see the Diamondbacks and the Padres, but the Diamondbacks and Padres you see 13 times a year, so that's always a dangerous situation where they have both taken the Dodgers out each in the last couple of years.
Yeah, so the Diamondbacks, the Phillies, and the Padres are all tied.
Right.
And because of the three-way tiebreakers, the Phillies would be the team that would not be in the playoff at the moment, okay? It would be the Diamondbacks and the Padres would get in with the Cubs in that scenario based off what I'm reading here on MLB.com.
Yeah, so if they're out, that's a great thing. But also just remember that the Dodgers and the Braves are now tied for the number two spot.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Right.
So they can't. So and they also
it could fluctuate.
And the Dodgers are two back of the Brewers. They play this weekend.
Right.
4 games.
Right. Big series coming up with the Brewers, obviously. But yeah, I think the Phillies part of this equation. You don't want to see the Cubs, but the Cubs are so far ahead in the wild card unless they completely collapse. I don't think that they're going to factor into this equation. No. But the Dodgers have their own business to take care of, obviously with the Braves, as you mentioned, and then the Brewers this coming weekend. But
that 7-game losing streak, that 7-game losing streak, that changed a lot.
Oh, no doubt.
Because
there's no cushion anymore.
Right. But I would tell you that I think, again, just kind of watching the Dodgers come out of this 7-game losing streak, what we're starting to see now is that, okay, look, they're going to put it all back together. You're going to get a performance like you got out of Mookie last night, what you've had out of Max Muncy the last couple of nights. And the truth of the matter is that Tarek Skubal so far has really just been average. And
he's hyped up.
My guess is that he's going to get back to, at some point, Dave Roberts is going to have a sit down with Skubal and go, listen, man, it's not like it was in Detroit where there's this pressure on you every single night to be perfect. You don't have to be that here. You've got all this backup. And once Dave is able to convince Tarek that, relax, man, relax, I think you're going to see Skubal go back to being who he was. I'm shocked by how great Snell was last night. So I fully expect the Dodgers to still wind up having the best record in baseball when it's all said and done.
Hunter, what do you think? What happens with the Dodgers this season? We got Hunter in here, him and his father Scott hanging out with us today. We're thankful to have them in here. They won a charity auction to hang out with us today. What happens to the Dodgers? You think they three-peat, Hunter?
Well, it all depends on who they end up playing in the playoffs.
Right. So you don't. Are you with me and Greg? You think the Phillies bad matchup? You don't want to see it because they got a lot of good pitching.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that in a 3-game series, right?
Yeah. Well, the Dodgers have 7 good pitchers.
They do have 7 good pitchers. Yeah. Yes, they have a rotation and a half.
Just need everybody to be healthy. Yeah.
They need I feel like they need to get some more bullpen guys instead of just starters.
I'm with you. The bullpen, or maybe what we do in the postseason, maybe get some of those starters and make them the bullpen guys. What do you think of that?
Piggyback those guys.
That's probably the move, right?
Yeah, like Roki, and if Bubic is back.
Yeah.
Because they got him.
There you go. Look at this. This kid should do the Blue Review with you next week.
You should.
Honestly.
You know Bubic.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, they just brought him
What
in.
was the kid's name last night that pitched for the Dodgers that made his debut? That was amazing. Was it late in the
it was in the 10th inning.
One of the relievers.
Halverson?
Yeah.
Look at this
kid right here.
This
Hunter
freaking
knows. Guy.
Nice job.
We got Hunter. Listen, we got Hunter in here. We need Hunter in here to talk Dodgers with us every
Just
day.
got him from the Rockies. A big dude too.
Yeah, he was big, dude.
He's got his Dodgers T-shirt on. This kid's ready to rock.
Love that.
Nice job,
8:29 on a Wednesday. A very special Wednesday as the breaking news with the Lakers being sold yet again is happening right now, and we are reacting. Dave McMiniman will join us in about 4.5 minutes from right now. Stay with us. Let me tell you about my friends at Providence. You need your heart to be working on days like today. So you don't, you got to be ready for the big moments, Kasim. So I keep telling you. Your heart works hard for you every day, and taking care of it should be a year-round priority. Our friends at Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, keeping you in the game with expert physicians, advanced treatments, and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Whether you're looking to be more active, eat a little healthier, know your numbers, or stay on top of those routine screenings, small steps today can make a meaningful difference in your long-term heart health. You don't want to end up almost dying like me. But if you do, Providence will take care of you. Prevention is one of the best ways to protect your heart, and having the right care team by your side, like I did with the great Katie Cornella at Providence St. Joseph's in Orange, that can make all the difference. Your heart powers every moment that matters. Whether you're cheering from the stands, spending time with family, or enjoying an active lifestyle, Providence is committed to supporting healthier hearts in every community with personalized cardiac care and resources designed to help you live your healthiest life. Learn more and take the next step at providence.org/SoCalHeart. Providence.org/SoCalHeart. Dave McMiniman joins us in 4.5 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Being a sports fan in Los Angeles can be unpredictable. Your ice cream shouldn't be. For over 80 years, Thrifty has delivered the exact same legendary experience, right down to our signature cylindrical scoop. It's the brand this city was raised on, and the easiest call you'll make on game day. Skip the debate. Just grab the carton everyone already agrees on. Thrifty Ice Cream, a California classic. Available at most major retailers.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
The Circa Million Pro Football Challenge is back. The greatest football contest in the world, coming straight at you from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs, with a cool meal and the coveted blue jacket going to the winner. And hey, if you suck, no prob. Come in last, and $100,000 is coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 10 entries per person. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com. Circa Las Vegas, the time of your life.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
You know, in sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who to call, I say it's easy. I tell them to call my guy. I got a guy. Attorney Big Al. Big Al's been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. He's an LA native, a huge sports fan. Wait till you hear him go. And he knows that after a crash, things get overwhelming fast. Between dealing with insurance companies trying to rip you off, trying to get your car fixed, trying to find the right doctors if you're hurt. It can be a lot. It can turn your whole world upside down. That's where Big Al and his team will step in for you. So lock this number in your phone. 1-800-HURT-123. 1-800-HURT-123. They'll help guide you through the process, protect your rights, and help you understand what you may be entitled to. And here's the biggest thing. Don't let the insurance company call the plays. Call 1-800-HURT-123 or visit AttorneyBigAlCA.com.
Attorney Big Al's Attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Kenny here to tell you about the Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion. A zero-sugar treat that's Sweet Tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:36. Good morning. A windy Wednesday and no windy. He's out playing golf, and that's okay. But we've got you covered as the Lakers are sold again. And just to sneak this in, Cappy, on this day in 1986, Prince played his first UK concert at London's Wembley Arena. That's where Windy is right now, playing golf.
Last night, Chris and I were walking by the Whole Foods. You know, it's kind of our spot here in downtown L.A. And there was this dude dressed in like this purple.
He was actually, yes.
Purple velvet. And by the way, it was hot as hell.
He had a cane.
Yeah, and he also, his brother had a cane on him. He had this purple velvet outfit on. And I was like, look at this Prince dude right here. This guy is all purpled out. Thinking a lot about Prince last night.
Meanwhile, Sedano, he is, yes, no. Why the face?
Yes. We got Dave on the line. We got to get to Dave.
You gave me like a glare.
No,
Did you not like the story about the guy with the purple cane?
I was on a text. I was texting about something.
Was it? I thought it was a purple
black cane, purple velvet outfit.
Yeah, purple velvet outfit.
I think Dave McMenamin would have a purple cane one day.
You know what? I wish that this story would not have broken today because I feel like Dave would love the Curb Your Enthusiasm style story you told yesterday about this pool you were trying to buy, but maybe we'll save it for another day. Dave, that's a good tease for the next time you're on, okay? Cappy's got a pool story you're going to want to hear. It's very Larry David. It's very Larry David. It's your kind of story. So Dave McMenamin does a phenomenal job covering the NBA and the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, first of all, I don't know about you. We had Ramona on earlier. I literally text her, similar to the way I text Shams when Luka was traded, like, hey, are you okay? Did you get hacked? Is this real? I don't know how you reacted, but how did you react to this story about the Lakers being sold?
Yeah, I'm completely caught off guard, and great work by Ramona breaking the story. I was up pretty late working on a story on one of the guys getting into the NBA Hall of Fame this weekend, and I was like, it's fine for me to stay up late, though, because I don't have much on my docket tomorrow morning. And whatever I can sleep in. And I do set the alarm early to make sure that I'm not waking up and missing any news. But my intention was
I thought
to
so
get
you could get on the show. You could listen. You got to listen to the show.
I mean,
set your alarm.
So full
alarm.
transparency. Dave and I did NBA Today yesterday, and I'm like, Dave, you can get you on tomorrow. He's like, yeah. I'm like, we don't want to wake you up too early. You know what I mean? I know you. I'm like 8:30. He's like, yeah, 8:30 is good.
8:30.
Yeah, set your alarm for 6:55.
Yeah,
that's what you do. So you can listen to us at 7.
Set the alarm 6:45, and then intending to go back to sleep for another hour. Obviously, that has not happened. And listen, this is just on a. I think this begets a lot of questions right now, and there are questions that I'm asking sources, and I quite frankly have people around the league asking me questions like, what does this mean for Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, Lon Rosen, the current kind of power structure that's with the organization? That's been asked to me by several people, and I don't know yet. And then I think another big question is what's really going on with Mark Walter. Obviously, we've seen the reporting in the LA Times about the SEC investigation into his businesses. Is this just him seeing, this is an opportunity to make a quick $2 billion? And geez, I mean, how can you besmirch someone for that opportunity, I guess, right? But if the Lakers is some legacy brand and one of the greatest things you can invest in, I should say, is a quick $2 billion really that special, or
so
because
glad you're
he
bringing
needs the
this
money
up
for his other businesses?
Right.
So, Dave, I'm so glad you're bringing this up because here's the thing. When we get on the air at 7 a.m. and we find this news out, for us, we go into like breaking news mode and we start, George and I, trying to figure out why would you do something like this? On one hand, $2 billion in a year, that's an amazing return on investment. But on the other hand, and all of this is happening live on the air, on the other hand, there is this investigation. Could this investigation into Mark Walter have forced his hand? Perhaps even maybe the league says to him, we don't like this. You're one of our new owners. This is bad news for us. We're ready for you to get in and get out. And we have Bob Iger, who's trying to get the Vegas franchise, but he'll take this franchise. He'll pay you more. Like, could this have been done behind closed doors? Or was this really, as Ramona said, hey, it's just a quick phone call on Sunday, and here we are on Wednesday, and the deal is done. It just seems hard to believe that a deal of this magnitude could be done in one quick phone call.
I agree. It is very hard to believe. I'm not suggesting that Ramona's reporting is off, but even if that phone call occurred on Sunday, as Ramona's saying, and now 72 hours later, a deal is agreed to in principle, and we at least have a dollar amount attached to it. What led to that phone call? Was it really just that Bob Iger and Josh Kushner were interested in the expansion team in Vegas, and they just decided before they continued down that road, they wanted to see if there was another team in the city that they live in was available? Was it that? It's possible. Or, as you suggested, is there, listen, I've seen Bob Iger at NBA Finals games working in his old capacity as the chairman of the Disney Corporation and sitting with Adam Silver. And so if Adam Silver knows what's going on, maybe a little bit more with the Lakers ownership group, maybe there's a nudge. And again, this is just speculation. I'm not reporting anything of that sort, but that's what precipitated this sale. But these are the questions that have to be asked when you have this shocking news come across your plate.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to just believe. as we're just talking about, to your point, Ramona's reporting, fine. It's all good. It's just that deals like this for guys like us who don't deal in multi-billion-dollar deals, it's just hard to believe that this stuff can just happen in the snap of a finger. And I will just say this, look, I'm not an expert in what's going on with Mark Walter, and if I'm being really honest about it, these kinds of stories, when they pop up, I sort of blow them off. I'm like, that's not something I'm overly interested in. But when you start to dig in just a little bit and you read about what's going on with Mark Walter, you do think to yourself, hey, look, this is a big deal. This is a big money deal, and he's got some legal issues that he's going to have to deal with now. So maybe just getting in and getting out, unloading the Lakers is, maybe it is connected, Dave, to what the probe that he is dealing with right now.
Yeah, I think it's fair to ask the question, and it's got to be my job and Ramona's job and other reporters at our network to actually find the answers to the question as best we can. But right now, I think you can look at, okay, what actually happened in the Mark Walter era, if you want to even call it that. Okay, they added 2 rows of courtside seats. They fired a bunch of folks. They raised season ticket prices 40% for some folks, and they made $2 billion. Not a very impressive resume there for his time being the principal owner of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, I would agree. Dave, how much of it, and look, I'm a big fan of Andrew Friedman. I think he's one of the smartest executives in sports. He's the president of the Dodgers. He had some level of involvement in at least overseeing kind of what the Lakers front office was up to most recently. Now, this is me just recklessly speculating now. How much of it, granted, the money is the biggest thing, but from a basketball perspective, do you think there's at least a slither of a possibility that they looked at this situation and said, maybe Walter goes to Friedman and says, hey, Andrew, can we make this like Dodgers 2.0? And Andrew probably says to him, well, look, the structure's completely different. We don't have LeBron, and that's fine. But this we can't replicate what we did with the Dodgers based on the rules of the NBA and what we have currently on the roster with the Lakers. You think that is even a remote possibility?
I'd be surprised if that was like the reason, like the main thrust.
No, definitely not. Just an ancillary reason. Yes.
But over the course of those 14 months, I mean, of course, we know that the CBA for Major League Baseball is completely different than the NBA. And I would submit to you, and this is not in any way suggesting that Andrew Friedman isn't very good at his job. I believe that he is. Obviously, proof's in the pudding with what he's done with the Dodgers. But it never quite meshed in my brain that, because we have success in one sport, we can replicate that structure in another sport. Like I found it to be a bit of a pompous premise to begin with, personally. And would they have figured it out if they continued down that road? Possibly. I mean, again, not throwing any sort of shade on Andrew Friedman. I think he's a brilliant executive in his own right in the sport that he's built himself up in. But I'm not so sure if it ever would have been like, well, now we figured out, now we're light years ahead, like Joe Lickup once said, in this sport as well. I don't know if it really works that way.
I understand what you're saying about it is a pompous premise to think that because we're a championship caliber organization in baseball, we can take our baseball experts and move them into an NBA facility, and they can use their baseball expertise to create a basketball championship. I do agree. It is a pompous premise. On the flip side, I think most of us were just thinking about an infusion of capital more so than an infusion of expertise. That all of a sudden the Dodgers would then come in with all this money and the Lakers would not be run like a mom and pop.
Help the margins,
right.
Basically.
They'd be run similar to the Dodgers.
Yeah, but we did assume that, and at least that was something. It's a good way to frame it, Cappy. Like, okay, take away the idea of maybe them providing expertise in team building, just the infusion of cash. But with the supposed infusion of cash, the Lakers still haven't hired that second assistant general manager that Rob Pelinka said he planned to hire at the beginning of the offseason. If they had the requisite number to throw around, I'm pretty sure that person would be in place. And so I don't know if it was just blank check after blank check after blank check that they were providing to the Lakers organization since taking over.
I just also think that, on one hand, Mark Walter is, yes, he's an individual, but Guggenheim is this massive company,
Yeah.
And they've been able to turn the Dodgers into champions. On the flip side, I don't know really that much about Josh Kushner. Didn't really know much about him until this morning and started reading about him. But I do know a little bit about Bob Iger. And the little bit that I know, it makes me think that these guys will be active, on-premises, involved, community-type owners. And for me, I always think that a brand, a sports brand like the Lakers is not just somebody's asset, it's also a community asset.
Oh, sure. It feels that way.
And you want your ownership to be part of that community. I'm not saying Mark Walter and Guggenheim isn't, because he's got Magic Johnson and he's got, other guys involved. But I just feel like this is a more hands-on approach to ownership. And this is, by the way, with no evidence of any kind, just knowing that these guys are locals.
Bob is a huge NBA fan, Dave, as we all know. I mean, he was our boss.
Yeah, right. And full disclosure, I know Bob personally a little bit. I've been to his house before. He's, I would never go as far to call him like a friend, but we have a friendly rapport. He is a guy that fans will enjoy. He has a very genuine presence to him. He knows basketball. He spends a lot of his time with basketball. He even did it when he was in the trenches of, the most stressful parts of his job. That was his escape to go to NBA games. One of his sons worked for the Spurs organization. He's very, very good friends with Chris Paul. I mean, he will be a very good and I think an active participant in this process, and someone that Lakers fans can gravitate towards. That's certainly, I would say, is a positive to where this thing is going. I don't know Kushner as well. Like you, Cappy, I've been, I learned this morning about his minority investments in the Memphis Grizzlies and the Miami Heat. And, I've heard a little bit about the World Cup stuff, but I've been digging into that the last hour as well. So, again, it's just there's a lot of question marks right now.
Hey, real quick, Dave, because originally we were going to bring you on really just to talk about the team and the schedule and all that stuff. Just before we let you go, and thank you for the time this morning, any quick thoughts on just kind of any, snap judgments on the schedule, the team, how it, how these kind of things have been laid out already thus far to this point, and just any overarching thoughts moving forward here as we kind of are starting to wrap up the offseason and we're about 6 weeks away from training camp?
I think for the Lakers, having opening night against Golden State doesn't quite have the same pizzazz that it had the last few years where you have LeBron versus Steph. I guess for a Laker fan, it's a more winnable game than maybe some of the other teams that you could be put up against to begin the season, especially because Golden State's not going to have Jimmy Butler or Moses Moody to begin the season. So in that sense, it's good. The Christmas Day game, I love it. I think that's fun. I think, whether you want to call it drama or not, LeBron and the Lakers both did the best they could on his way out the door to minimize the drama and really only speak in positive tones about one another and their time together. But, there's still some lingering stuff there. And so I think that's going to be a fun one. And I think, I know I loved the NBA Finals last year, and that rematch is going to be worth watching. But I think the Lakers game really, versus Sixers, is the game of the day. And then from there, I think what we got to do is, look at the Lakers as a work in progress. And, JJ Redick has done a great job the last 2 years with different iterations of the team because of injuries or trades. This year, he's got to do a great job with basically an entirely new roster.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably going to be, this could be the most important year of his coaching career, because if he gets this team going in the right direction, you're building something for years to come. If this team struggles, where are the levers to improve them? That's the big question mark when you make that trade, or that sign and trade for Walker Kessler, and commit all those assets to do it. There's not many levers to pull now. And So it's going to have to come from within. And, I wouldn't doubt JJ. I think he's done a great job as head coach, but this is another challenge.
Dave McMenamin does a phenomenal job covering the NBA and the Los Angeles Lakers. Dave, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for making the time for us.
Yes, sir. See you in a bit. Yep. See you guys.
See you.
I wonder if Dave will give me Bob Iger's number.
No.
So that this way I can text him. We can start getting down with Bob Iger.
Dave on the Hard Rock Casino Tahoe
We should work
hotline
on trying to
this
get Bob on. Seriously, though.
No
I'm
doubt.
not even joking.
No, we should, 100%.
Let me mention one with the Hard Rock Casino Tahoe hotline.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Dave McMenamin.
All right, Christopher, I know we have some business to take
We
care
got some
of.
business to go. The 8 o'clock hour, sponsored by Fix My DUI. Life can change in a moment. Even good people make mistakes. Do you know what you do in the first 10 days after a DUI can impact your driving privileges? That's why it's important to act now. Angelica and the team at Fix My DUI are here to answer any questions about your DUI, DMV hearing, driver's license, or SR22 insurance requirements. Call today for a free consultation at 888-607-7077 or visit fixmydui.org. And Angie from Angelica's was going to come in today to be with us. She'll come in soon because obviously with the breaking news, we didn't want to work Angie into the Michigash that we had to do today,
Right,
which is part of our job.
Mm-hmm.
Part of our job also, Cappy, is our downtown L.A. home away from home, where you and I mean, we're just crazy guys. We're just two great, crazy guys just having fun.
Yeah, we're just a couple of guys messing around. That's what we are.
At the East Central Hotel in downtown L.A.
Such a great place, really, because like even this morning, I go onto the second floor of the Nixo Lounge, and they've got this full coffee station set up for all the guests at the hotel because Robert Montez, who is the general manager there, he wants everybody to feel like family. He wants you to feel like you're at home. And so they got this beautiful coffee station all set up, ready to go. Grab your cup of coffee. You're on your way out the door. I know there's a lot of things going on in downtown L.A. right now. There was a line of people outside the Grammy Museum. They spent the night waiting in line. I woke up and I'm like, wow, look what's going on. This is the beautiful part of the East Central Hotel is the location. Right across the street from L.A. Live. So you got the perfect location. You've also got the biggest hotel rooms in all of downtown L.A. And I would argue the softest towels in all of downtown L.A. Okay?
Listen.
Why are you setting me up like this?
Well,
it's good to be known for something.
Because I too use that middle towel.
The middle towels are not, listen, we got kids around.
That's why I'm saying I just used it. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say what I used it for.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, man.
And I'm part
You're
of
not going to try to set me up. Sedano already yelled at me once about one of the bits I did.
He asked you for the quack quack. But if you're looking for the best location, the biggest hotel rooms, the most wonderful staff, this incredible Nixo Lounge, this great gym that you can use because it's got everything you would need for a hotel gym.
It overlooks our office, actually, the gym.
Sure does.
It does.
It's the place to be, the East Central.
Absolutely right. We get ready for the digital hour. The Rich Eisen Show begins terrestrially. We'll get Rich's response on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. We will continue on YouTube and the ESPN LA app.
Join us digitally.
Click the Sedano and Kap tile on the ESPN LA app and all the fun and frivolity. By the way, the YouTube chat has been fiery today.
And don't forget, the Combs family is in here with us today. Scott and Hunter. Hunter's doing a great job. Hunter's schooling us on the Dodgers today.
And your daughter Aria's here.
And Aria's here. She's back there. Yeah, she went to school with Hunter.
I don't think she likes
Still
Bergman.
goes to school.
I don't think
Why?
she likes
She doesn't
Bergman.
like Bergman?
Why?
Yeah, what can you do?
She likes everybody.
What do you mean? He's a
It's
girl
all-
dad.
It's all in the family.
It is a Wednesday morning, a windy Wednesday. No windy. He's in Stockholm. Where is he?
He's in Scotland.
Scotland.
Not Stockholm.
I almost said Stockholm.
We know.
He's in Scotland, spanking whitey. We're here, though. The Lakers have been sold
Good
again.
golf.
We continue to talk about it right here on LA's mega sports station in your home of Lakers basketball, ESPN LA.
There you were, surrounded by fans, sharing wings, sharing drinks, high-fiving random strangers. Everybody remembers the game, but nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you until a few days later. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, you got a fever, your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care closed, ER slammed, telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need a medical emergency kit. These are not first aid kits, everybody. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions, sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more. You can even use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care in a drugstore in your house. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. That's promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hey, it's Mason. For the ultimate immersive sports experience, get into Cosm. Take MLB to a new level. Experience the game like never before. The Cosm Dome, a massive 87-foot wraparound high-resolution display with reserved booth-style seating. The Cosm Hall features wall-to-wall sports, and check out classic films like Harry Potter, Willy Wonka, and The Matrix in the Dome. And for summer nights, the Cosm Deck is the perfect place to grab your favorite cocktail. For more information, go to Cosm.com, and I'll see you at Cosm.
Tired of watching life from the bench? It's time to get in the game. Globe Life is looking for people who want more than just a job. Set your own schedule and help families protect what matters most. No experience? No problem. Training is provided, and you don't need anything to get started. It's not a desk job, it's a shot at building your legacy on your own terms. Your road to the championship starts at GlobeLifeCareers.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Circa Million Pro Football Challenge is back. The greatest football contest in the world, coming straight at you from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs, with a cool meal and the coveted blue jacket going to the winner. And hey, if you suck, no prob. Come in last, and $100,000 is coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 10 entries per person. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com. Circa Las Vegas, the time of your life.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Joining us on the Hard Rock Casino hotline so you can give him instant feedback.
I want to give him feedback. I want him to be great on television.
The USC legend and NFL star, the one and only Sua Cravens. Oh, Sua. Oh,
Sua,
I'm so glad he's here.
I watched your USC preview yesterday on the Big Ten Network yesterday. I thought the content was excellent. The thing that drove me nuts, someone's got to teach you how to hold the microphone properly. You can't hold your fist all the way up to the mic flag, man. You got to get a little space, let that thing breathe a little.
So why don't you teach him?
I'm just teaching him now.
I know, you're saying somebody's got to teach him, you teach him.
But that was the producer's job.
Are you telling me that you're a professional at holding mics?
I am, actually. Been doing it for a long time.
How did you get that experience? Did you use both hands at any point?
I did not. I didn't need to use both hands.
Are you a lefty or a righty?
I can go. I'm ambidextrous.
Oh, really?
How about that? I'm ambidextrous.
Nice. The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Remember when we thought you were going to have a memorial for your career? But then Sedano and I saved you.
Right. I know. It's hard to
you
believe.
didn't think I was going to go there, did you?
And then you almost tried to kill my career yesterday. So, anyway.
He give it, he take it.
Yeah,
you know.
seriously.
A little sabor? Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the Love Boat, or do you want me to do the Love Boat?
The Art? I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, just one more thing.
If you love having fresh wild meat in your mouth,
That is, I'm lubed up with sweat.
Come to my house, and I'll show you all the snakes you want to see.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yes, here we go.
This is what we do. We do this silliness at the beginning of every
Hunter,
segment,
get on
every
in
hour.
on it.
You want to try it?
Come on, give it a shot.
Boom,
There we
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
Hunter.
Boom,
There we go.
Boom, now listen to this. Watch. Bing, ba-dum, ding,
He's doing the drums now, fake drums.
9:03 and good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, the
That's
digital
pretty good.
hour,
That's pretty good.
is on for Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. A windy Wednesday, but today it is a Lakers sold again Wednesday.
Good Lord.
Cappy, do the love boat real quick so Hunter and his
watch this,
dad,
Hunter. He
Scott,
does
can
this
see
too
this.
every
Watch
9
this,
o'clock.
ready? Watch this.
See? That's cool, Hunter, right?
Yeah.
You want to try it?
You say
Yeah,
whatever
sure.
you want.
Here, try it.
Give it a try. Why not?
All right, let's let Hunter do it.
Hello.
There we go.
My man.
That's his version.
You're probably going to want a megaphone down to hang out at home, aren't you?
Maybe.
Yeah, Scott.
Scott's not
Hunter's
loving
dad.
that part of the
Get him
equation.
by-
Yeah, Dad, Scott's
Think
not
about when
loving
you're
it.
in the dugout and you're like, no hitter. Hey, swing.
You want that no hitter?
There we
Hey,
go.
see?
What was that kid's name for the Dodgers? You said Bubik?
Yeah, he was like really good.
Yeah.
What about the guy last night that made his debut?
Halverson, there you
See
go.
the neck on that guy? Freaking yoke.
Looks like he plays linebacker.
Really?
You want this back?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's mine.
Take it home.
It says Cappy Mania on it. See that? Cappy Mania. That's me.
Yeah, the Combs family won an auction to hang out with us today for charity. It was awesome stuff. We were super excited to have Hunter and his dad, Scott, here throughout the show, so we're having a great time with them
Freaking
today.
Scott's pretty yoked, too, by the way.
Dad, I mean, listen, Dad will take you out.
This freaking guy. Look at the size of this guy.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, you're looking
Gotta
fit,
hit the
bro.
gym a little bit more.
You're looking fit, brother.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're looking good.
Yeah.
You got to tell that to my wife.
Well, is this your only child right here?
No, he's got a daughter, too, right?
How old?
2.
Two.
We've got 2 daughters.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're both twins, Kennedy and Paige.
And how old are they?
10.
There
Okay,
you go.
well, then, yeah, we do need to tell your wife, hey, look at this guy. This guy's keeping himself in good shape. Come
Yeah.
on, girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And those kids who those boys down the road,
Mhm.
all right? Dad is not only yoked, he's also a hunter, so be careful.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably
What do
can't-
you hunt?
Yeah.
Hunt all kinds of stuff. Big game, small game, wild pigs, deer, elk. I've kind of hunted a little bit of everything.
Takes it all out,
The
man.
wild pig thing to me is interesting because I'm told, you tell me, Scott, but like when you shoot a wild pig boar, is that what it's called? Right? Like when you shoot them, they don't just like go down. They fight through it. Like they're coming for you. Like, oh, really? You shot me? I'm coming for you, pal. Is that true or is that false?
They are pretty tough.
Yeah.
You should see their tusks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get gored by it. That's why I carry my handgun with me.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
So if you shoot them with a rifle and they still
Yeah.
keep coming at you
Yeah.
as they get closer, bang, bang, bang.
They may get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They may get
It's not like Pumbaa in The Lion King. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they're a little meaner than that.
I mean, Cappy and I, you know where we would go normally.
yeah. Not
Right.
today.
If
No.
this was the SOS, you know
Yeah.
where we go.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not. We're done with the SOS.
All right. So, to your point, Lakers got sold again Wednesday. Wow. I mean, this is like wild. So I'm sure by now you've now seen the story. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just tuning in all of a sudden on the digital hour here on the ESPN LA app on the Sedano and Kap tile, or you're watching on YouTube. And you're just kind of like, wait, what happened? The Lakers did what?
Yeah.
And look, I think a lot of people had the same reaction. Like, it's funny. Evan Cohen texts me. He's like, hey, the Lakers got sold again. I go, what? And he's like, yeah, Ramona. And I look and I go, no, this got to be hacked. Like, so I checked with her, and, I think everyone had the same reaction. And I swear I had the exact same reaction when Luka was traded. When Luka was traded to the Lakers, I'll never forget, Mike Trudell was the one who texted me. And he said, Luka to the Lakers for AD? And I thought he was talking about our stupid basketball fantasy league. And I'm like, wait, who would do that deal? And he's like, the Lakers and Mavericks just did that deal. I'm like, what? And then I text Shams and make sure, like, if he was okay, if he was hacked. Same thing with Ramona. So Lakers flipped to Bob Iger.
That's
now,
the key word, by the way. Flip. Not even sold.
And Dave, let's talk about what Dave said. Right, like, how much could you really love the Lakers if you flipped it like a property?
Right. I mean, this was a business transaction. This was not about where your heart is. If your heart was, I want the Lakers, I want to win a championship, I want to be part of the rebuild of the Lakers in the post-LeBron era, that's what's important to me. That's the ethos of the Lakers organization now under Mark Walter. No, Mark Walter is a business guy. And look, you can do your own research. He's got into some legal wranglings going on right now.
The feds are investigating him over some tax fraud stuff allegedly.
So if you can flip an asset, again, just take the Lakers out of the equation for a second.
Right.
If you bought a house for $1 million and a year later, the house still under construction, would you consider the Lakers under construction?
That's a good way to describe it.
Right. You bought a house for $1 million a year ago. It's still under construction. You don't even live there. And somebody offers you $1.2 million, and now you don't have to do the work of rebuilding the whole house and getting it to where it's worth a lot more. You flip it. And that's what Mark Walter seemingly did, at least the way I'm reading the story today. And I say reading, we're talking to Dave, we're talking to Ramona, we're talking to people who have some idea of what's going on. He flipped the Lakers. Wasn't married to the Lakers.
Yeah.
It was an investment.
Right.
And you have an opportunity to go from $10 billion to $12 billion in a year. That's massive.
So you basically made Mark Walter like the Property Brothers on HGTV?
Pretty much so.
Or like Tarek El Moussa?
Whoever that is, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was the one that they were divorced. They divorced, but now
Tarek and Christine,
but
right?
now they're back, right? Together.
They work together, right? But they still, they work together, right? They still do the show together.
I'm shocked that you never got into that, Cappy.
Flipping homes?
No, the Tarek and Christine.
No, what's their deal?
Well, I just explained it to you.
I know, but is Tarek the guy who pitches for the Dodgers?
No, not that guy. No,
okay.
not Scooble. No.
Okay.
Different Tarek.
Oh, I didn't know there was another Tarek.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I love those shows, those property shows where they flip houses.
Yeah.
That's why this is fascinating to me that's the reference you made.
Yeah, well, it just feels like that, right? Like, again, I've made this comment 3 times already today, and I only know this
But I and I'm not trying to put words in Dave's mouth, but it does come across as slightly disingenuous if you say you love the Lakers. I mean, he has been a minority partner for several years, but then you flipped it when this kind of happened. Like, I get that. I get the people who feel that way is what I would say.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think that tomorrow everybody goes back to life as usual, no big deal?
Right, it is what it is.
Or do you think that over the next couple of days and maybe even weeks, we're going to be discussing this transaction?
Oh, there's going to be way more stuff that comes out.
I agree.
No question.
I totally agree.
Listen, we needed it. August is kind of rough. Yeah.
But I really do think that as the reporters get their claws into this story.
I mean, you heard Dave say they are going to.
There's no doubt. It's like I said yesterday, this Pablo Torre is like the biggest pain in the ass.
Did you see what Pablo Torre tweeted?
I did see, like, he made a reference to the whole FIFA situation. Yeah. Do I have that right?
Yeah, hold on. Well, first of all, let me read you what Magic said. So Magic tweeted. And he said, I want to congratulate my good friend Bob Iger and Jared Kushner. So, like, he's friends with Bob.
Is it Jared Kushner?
Or, excuse me, Josh Kushner.
See, I did it earlier and you got mad at me.
I didn't get mad at you.
You texted me that, hey, listen, if you keep this up, you'll be back doing afternoons with DeMarco and Travis.
Corrected. I did not say any of that. Bob, my good friend Bob Iger and Josh Kushner on their purchase of the Lakers. And then he adds, Laker fans, you couldn't have 2 better owners. I've known Bob personally for over 40 years. He's always loved the Lakers and basketball, and he will bring a championship back to L.A.
All right,
well, I feel like he probably said that about Mark Walter, too.
Exactly. You couldn't find a better owner than Mark Walter until you found Bob Iger. Thank you, Magic.
Yeah,
Way to pull a rabbit out of your hat.
I feel like he said something, and I love Magic, right? But I feel like he said something similar. Hey, we should try to get Magic on. Seriously, why not? Like, get Magic on. So maybe not today, but I'm saying like maybe tomorrow. So Pablo Torre did tweet this. He said, so the Mark Walter federal investigation colliding with Gianni Infantino, who is the president of FIFA, his preferred private equity backer is ... a lot. So I would imagine Pablo will have a story on this pretty soon, too.
I'm so curious about how Mark Walter / Dodgers / Guggenheim / all these names you hear. I'm so interested now in, okay, you got the Lakers.
Yeah.
Because you had this minority share.
Right.
Jeannie and family were like, $10 billion, let's get our money and let's get out.
Yeah.
By the way, Jeannie's probably sitting there like that homeowner, like, why did I sell for 10 when I could have sold for 12?
Right.
You know?
Right.
But there's got to be, and I'm a natural-born cynic, so I'm just going to say it, there's got to be more to this story.
Of course there's more. I'm with you. Normally, I push back on you on these things, but I'm with you on this one. Like, there's no question about that.
And as we're just hearing the names, Bob Iger, when people hear the name Bob Iger.
I will say this.
Yeah.
If you're JJ, you're in pretty good shape. Bob's pretty familiar with your work, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was a Clipper fan. He
because
he worked at Disney. Worked at ESPN.
JJ was on the #1 team before he took the Lakers job.
But think about JJ's
with Mike Breen.
But think about JJ in this situation, right? Like, you get hired by the Lakers and Jeannie Buss and the legendary Buss family.
Right.
You're coaching LeBron James, who was your podcast partner, and his son, who he kind of forced everybody to draft. You're dealing with all this. You're managing it all brilliantly, by the way.
He has done a great job.
And now the organization gets sold. Okay, so the organization is sold. Now that here comes new people. And some people have left and some people have arrived. And now there's new personalities. And I know that this guy who's been super successful with the Dodgers, but he's a baseball guy, but he's going to try and transition into basketball and use the principles that he's turned the Dodgers into a championship. He's going to do the same thing with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And now, again, I mean, JJ, you know how you used to talk about LeBron being a coach killer? JJ is like an owner
I've never
killer.
actually said that.
No, but
You've
I'm saying
said that.
people have said a lot because LeBron's had so many coaches. In 2 years, JJ has
He's the
seen
owner
3
killer?
owners.
Is what you're saying?
JJ's got 2 years of basketball coaching and 3 different ownerships. Think about that. How hard is that to navigate when you're just trying to put a good product on the court?
I think he's in good shape with this owner, is what I would say. Not that he probably would not have been in good shape with the last one, the one who was only here for a year. But this guy knows him pretty well, I feel like.
Man, that federal probe must have something.
I mean, listen, there's something.
Because if you
can't just summarily dismiss that.
$2 billion to him doesn't mean anything. So if you cared that much about the team, you wouldn't let it go for $2 billion profit. That doesn't mean anything to Mark Walter and that group. And you did a lot of if that was your plan all along, you made a lot of changes with the Lakers already that made no sense if you were just going to turn it around.
To Dave's point,
Right, I don't think that was the case.
They laid off 70 people who had been with this organization, a lot of them for a very long time.
But I don't think that the Walter Group walked through the door and said, we're going to be here a year and we're going to sell this thing for a lot more money.
No way.
And there's no chance, and I know what Ramona's saying, that this all went down Sunday. It got finalized Sunday. There's no chance Mark Walter's just walking around his compound and a call comes in from Iger like, hey, we were thinking. That doesn't come on now.
It's hard to believe because of a transaction of this magnitude. But on the flip side, could it have been like, hey, you know what? I'm Bob Iger now.
But okay, so before you do this.
Yeah.
I believe the Sunday part of it. And again, I trust Ramona's reporting on this. Like, let's start with that part of the equation.
Right.
Because think about it. It is already kind of what you've already discussed. This federal investigation, remember the movie Heat?
Of course.
What do you do when you feel the heat around the corner?
30 seconds flat, Jack.
Right. 30 seconds flat. One of my favorite movies, right? Pacino and De Niro. And he asks that question. What do you do when you feel the heat around the corner? You're out in 30 seconds or less. And that's what he might have done. The heat is on him, and he hits the eject button.
A simple Google search.
And by the way, you don't think Bob Iger took advantage of that situation potentially?
Of course. But listen, I just typed into Google Mark Walter investigation. Here's what a quick Google search will do for you.
What does Gemini say?
Well, I haven't checked Gemini.
Well, that's the Google AI.
Okay, well, here it is.
I thought you're a Claude guy.
What's
Claude. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
Claude.
Right.
I got both Claude and ChatGPT these days.
That was at Planet Fitness yesterday.
Oh, no, that was Cappy put his hand on my back while I was doing pectoral flies.
Yeah. Right.
All right, go ahead.
So here's what Google says. Billionaire sports owner and financier Mark Walter is the target of a federal investigation by Manhattan prosecutors and the SEC. The probe focuses on $16 billion to $21 billion in undisclosed related party loans and private credit investments tied to his insurance firm and Guggenheim Partners. No charges have been filed. Now, that sounds like, what did that really mean? Here's what it says. The core issue. Authorities are investigating whether the insurers failed to properly disclose that billions in policyholder funds and private credit holdings were funneled into loans supporting Mark Walter's personal ventures or his holding company. So, listen, I'm not a lawyer, okay? But that sounds complicated. And what it sounds like is somebody took money from one place, they put it into someplace else.
And they shouldn't have done it.
And they're
allegedly.
They're using this money to finance something that is, more about them than it is about the people who put money into these policies. And again, no lawyer, don't know anything about this story really,
right.
But a simple Google search can tell you that Mark Walter, we're talking about $16 to $21 billion. This is a big deal.
Right.
A very big deal.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, is it conceivable, to your point, the heat is on from the feds? I got a call from Bob Iger from out of nowhere, completely unexpected. Hey, look, I know what's going on with you. Would you possibly consider selling the Lakers to us? I know you've only had it for a year. We're getting close on this Vegas thing, but I just got to throw out a last line and just say, would you be interested in possibly?
Right, and there you have it.
And then the heat is on, 30 seconds.
You don't think the call could go the other way?
Give me the other way.
It's possible.
Mark's like, hey, listen, Bob.
I know you want this Vegas thing.
I know you want this Vegas thing. I got to get out of this LA thing. I got some heat. Okay? Maybe, what if I was to throw out a number? I make a little taste. My team makes a little taste. I get out of this thing, and we're all good.
It's possible. Either one is plausible. Yeah,
it's copacetic.
Either one is plausible.
It's actually, I'm glad you're bringing it up because I don't remember. Did Ramona say specifically that Iger called
We'd have.
Walter?
I don't know. Can we go back and listen?
Yeah, I don't remember her. I think we all assumed Iger would call Walter, but maybe you're right, Chris. Maybe Walter calls Iger.
Yeah, I would go back and listen to that.
You know, my favorite part of Heat is at the end when he's got Wayne Grow in the hotel room, De Niro, and he says, "Look at me, look at me," and Wayne Grow looks up and then he blasts them.
Yeah,
I'm
curious to see Heat 2. Heat 2 will be good.
I don't think it will be.
Why is Heat 2 coming out?
They're going to make it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like a prequel, though. I think not a sequel.
Oh, it's a prequel.
Yeah.
All right, okay, then I'm interested in that.
Yeah. So anyway, we've got that going on. We've got the Combs family in here, okay? We've done a fantastic job today. Hunter is a star. We've learned that,
Clearly.
okay? There's no doubt about that.
Right.
He literally can host the Blue Review with Greg talking Dodgers. Hunter, what else do we got here?
That's actually a good idea. You know, next time you need a fill-in, Bergie.
We just get Hunter.
I mean, get Hunter rather than, just, go solo.
All you need is a laptop. We'll figure
I'll
the rest
Scott
out
after the show and see what we can figure out.
Look at his dad's watch. I think Hunter's got plenty of laptops.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody knows me, they know I love Rolex watches.
There you go.
I mean, that's quite a statement.
You got a collection?
Did Mark Walter call you too?
A few.
Yeah.
As in 3, or you got more than 3?
About 3 right now.
3 right now.
Why are you getting in the man's business?
Well, because, I'm curious. These Rolex watches, they're like appreciating assets. Maybe Mark Walter's got a whole bunch of them, and maybe that comes with the deal.
Yeah. So, Hunter, we know you love baseball. What's the second favorite sport?
Ooh.
Football?
Probably.
Yeah. Who's your favorite football team?
Please say the Rams.
Lions.
Oh, the Lions.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Lions.
You like the Lions. You're like a Dan Campbell guy.
I love Dan Campbell. I think he's great. And I also...
Is it because of Jared Goff?
My mom's from Detroit.
Oh, your mom's from
really?
Detroit. Okay,
Really?
that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I like Jared Goff, too.
Arya's grandma's from Detroit, too. I don't know
When
if you knew that.
everybody wanted to give up on Jared Goff, I'm like, I'm not giving up on Jared Goff yet.
Yeah, no.
I'm not doing that.
Neither would I.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you?
They had a tough season last year, but
Yeah.
they were really good the last couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be back.
Yeah.
Got an easy schedule this year. I think they can win the division.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you like? Like Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver?
I like Jameer Gibbs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jameer, he's a
Yeah.
beast, that dude.
Didn't he just get that new contract?
Yeah, he
made
did.
him like the
Yeah.
highest paid running back in
Well,
the history
until
of the
they
NFL?
signed the kid from Atlanta signed the
that's
new
right,
deal.
Bijan
Robinson.
Yeah.
Bijan was first. Jameer Gibbs was second.
Oh, really? It
Yeah,
was the other
Gibbs
way?
is
So
bigger,
Gibbs
yeah.
got the bigger
Gibbs
deal.
got the bigger
Oh, okay.
deal.
There you go.
How about that?
Look at that. Your guy got paid.
I thought Bijan had a bigger contract.
Yeah, I did too. Look at that. We were wrong apparently on that. So
Come on, really? You two guys?
yeah,
We're
I know.
wrong?
It's very rare
It's
that
very,
Hunter and I are wrong about
very hard
something.
to
I
believe that
understand.
you two
Hunter,
guys-
when you go to Dodgers games, because I see you're wearing a World Series championship T-shirt there.
Yeah.
Where do you sit at the Dodgers game?
Pretty good seats.
Pretty good
Yeah,
seats,
like
you
right
think?
Yeah,
behind
Dad
home
takes
plate.
care of it. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right
I
behind
wanna-
home plate too, huh?
Yeah, you when you go to get food at the Dodgers game, does Dad pay for the food or the food's already there? The food's already there,
Like
right?
it's already part of the deal. Like the tickets that you get, like you get
Yeah.
all the free food you want,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And Dad, let me ask you a question. The kid's name is Hunter, and yet you
You're
are
a hunter. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. We should have put that together a lot earlier.
It just occurred to me. Is Hunter named because you're a wild goose, turkey, freaking pig hunter guy?
I love all that stuff, but my wife's from Michigan, and there's a lot of hunting in Michigan, and I've always thought the name Hunter was a cool name. So
It is a cool name.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Something a little bit different, not like Bob or Ron or
Because I
Tim.
have a friend of mine who's also a hunter, and he likes bow hunting. And guess what his son's name is? Bo. Yeah. How about that? Pretty cool, huh?
Remember the Fred Dryer show, Hunter?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I
Remember
love
that?
Hunter.
I watched that all the time
when I was a kid. Yeah, I loved that.
How
show.
great was
he
Fred
played for the
Dryer?
Rams, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he
Fred
did.
Dryer.
Yeah, I think he went to San Diego State.
Yeah.
He was a San Diego State D lineman and then the Rams.
Oh, I loved Hunter as a kid growing up.
Good kid, good show. TV
it's great.
Those cop shows back in those days were awesome.
I always wanted him in.
Oh, Chips,
Love Chips.
Love Chips.
Big Chips fan.
Come on, Eric Estrada.
Yeah.
Weren't you
But
sad?
I never know the guy who played Baker, though. Wasn't that
What
the
was
other guy's-
Yeah, Baker was his name on the
was it
show.
John Baker? Wasn't that
Yeah.
Scott, weren't you sad, though, that Fred Dreyer and Stephanie Kramer, Hunter, they never,
They never got together.
They never made it a beautiful
Dee Dee
thing.
McCall.
Dee
McCall.
Yeah.
That is a good job, Scott.
Nice job. This guy's Scott Sharp, by the way.
Yeah.
That's why Hunter's so smart.
Yeah, exactly.
John Baker, Larry Wilcox.
Hey!
Larry Wilcox. There we
Wilcox,
go.
Are you
Good
kidding
job,
me?
Scott.
I watched all that stuff growing up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Look at the big brain on Scott.
Yeah, there we go.
Damn.
So Hunter, you like the Lions? So so it's because mom's also a Lions fan.
Yeah, my whole family is.
Okay, Dad too. Dad, you're a Lions guy.
Not
no, I
really.
like the Rams.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
there you
fine,
go.
Dad.
So-
It's okay.
Get the
Yeah.
Rams.
Yeah, get those
Right.
Rams. Rams Lions. That could be the NFC title game this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Rams too.
Okay.
I like both of them.
Yeah, I got you. It's all good. You can like whoever you want. All right, cool. And then, so if the Lions and Rams though playing like the NFC title game, who are you rooting for in that scenario? Tough one.
I would go Lions because I feel like the Rams just are a better team, and I feel like in the future they could be better than the Lions.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Lions should go all in this year.
Yeah. And the Lions haven't won a championship in like
Yeah,
a bazillion years.
That's right.
Well before we were born, that's for sure.
Have they ever won it?
Well, they won an NFL championship. They had never won a Super Bowl. Yeah, but it was like in the 50s. Like,
Okay.
So while we're talking to Hunter here,
Yeah.
Bergie,
Yeah.
the brilliant producer that he is, because he goes to the Greg Bergman School of Content, he actually
I went to my
teaches the
own
course.
school.
Right,
Yeah.
teaches his
He's
own
the
course.
dean.
So
I was in the teacher chair and in the student chair at the exact same time,
Yeah.
talking to myself.
And now the dean as well.
So Bergie's gone back, and Bergie has found out from the Ramona thing.
Oh, the thing you asked, whether
Right.
she said who initiated the call.
Yeah.
Do we have the audio, or did you listen to it?
No, I listened to it. We were She was speculating about what it was. So she says that they were talking about going to get the franchise in Las Vegas. And they were talking to each other. Why don't we go and look at the Lakers? And she thinks that they made the call. It was never truly said one way or the other.
She believes that Iger may have made the
Correct.
call. Right. I mean, it makes sense.
It does make sense to just throw out a line and just see what happens.
Hey.
You know?
Hey,
like-
how you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Mark.
How you
Bob,
doing, huh?
How you been? How you doing, man? You all right? All right, look, thought, just an idea
You
here.
made it like the movie Casino.
Right,
all of
that's
a sudden.
right. All of a sudden, he became Joe Pesci. How you doing? Like he breathes heavy. You know what I mean? Like you hear him inhale. Hey, how you doing? You know. And so, is it conceivable that two multi-gazillionaires?
Yeah.
One is trying to buy an NBA franchise, and the NBA, I'm sure, wants Bob Iger to be one of their owners.
I'm sure they would. He probably was in the pole position, if I had to guess, in the
Yes.
Vegas situation.
And his partner Kushner, again, I'm just learning about Josh Kushner.
Yeah.
He himself has had minority stakes in a couple of different NBA franchises
Miami and
along the way.
Memphis, I believe.
By the way, how would you like to be 41 years old and be worth, $5 billion? I mean,
Yeah.
talk about like just
Yeah.
instant success and
Yeah.
huge money. But is it conceivable that one ultra rich guy calls another ultra rich guy and just says, "Hey, this may sound completely crazy.
Yeah.
What would you think about selling the Lakers to us?"
100% very possible. I think what people are here listening to this show are probably more interested in is how this affects the team. I don't think it affects it in a negative way by any way, shape, or form. I think, if anything, it will be a similar outlook to what we had previously about these are guys that are going to be willing to spend in the margins, and they're going to do whatever's best for adding the stuff in the uncapped areas, front office, coaching staff, support staff, medical staff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you're also led by a guy in Bob Iger. And look, maybe I'm biased because, I've been around him a little bit, and, he was the boss around here. But I know for a fact that he is a monster NBA fan. Like, this isn't just someone who is like taking this on as a business project. This is someone who truly loves the sport of basketball.
The thing is, he loves LA.
Right.
Wants to win.
His wife, who was also a famous broadcaster at one point, Willow Bay, she's like, I believe the dean of the journalism school at USC.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
But Bob Iger's also 75 years old. So if you're getting into team ownership, not as a little passive investor guy,
Right.
but you're going to be the main guy, the name and the face behind ownership. If you're Bob Iger and you're 75 years old, you would like to win as fast as you possibly can
Of
win.
course,
you
yeah.
know? And so to your point, the notion that Guggenheim and the Dodgers would bring all of this money so that you could help the performance on the floor.
Right.
I would think that Bob Iger is going to be as invested.
Agreed.
If not more invested.
Correct.
So I think
it's a net positive for Laker fans.
Yeah, I don't think put it this way, I don't think there's any net negative to it.
Agreed.
So I will just say, though, I'm not loving what I'm reading in today's YouTube chat. I think people have been very toxic about this entire thing.
Oh, wait, you're saying people on the internet are toxic?
Yeah, today's been more than in other days.
It's why I don't pay attention to any of them.
I'm watching the YouTube chat a little bit today, and there's a lot of expertise, apparently, in our YouTube chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in what they have to say at the moment, to be honest with you. I'm focused on what we're trying to get through here, which is get the news, get our thoughts, gather them, and over time, we will have more to unpack as things get unpacked.
And
just for the record, real quick, though, I mentioned this on Mason and Ireland because it just came up in the YouTube chat. July was our biggest YouTube month ever.
Cool.
Yeah, record breaking.
Great.
And you know what's great about that?
I want them to tune in every day.
You know what's great about that?
Tell me.
Did the Rams or Lakers play in July?
No.
Exactly. There was breaking news, but still, the point is
well, breaking news drives the
bus.
The
power of the personalities here.
Yeah,
because there's a million people talking about breaking news. Yeah, but they want to see Cappy on the SOS. Too.
They do they?
Yeah,
no. They want to see the summer of Schwans on the board.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
What's wrong with saying it?
Sedano, get at him.
What I would say is this. I think you nailed it earlier. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's unpacked.
Yeah.
And again, as someone who traditionally understands content can be slow in August, the more this stuff gets unpacked, the better for us.
Yeah.
And honestly, the better for the fans to be educated on what could be transpiring here and how and why. Because, again, we're dealing in the immediacy of this, okay? So I think the best thing to do in these situations is deal with the facts. We have Ramona on. She breaks the story. We have her tell the story. We have Dave on. He's been doing some reporting on the story since then. He comes on, gives us his thoughts. And then, we talked a little basketball with him, too. So I think that when you have a story like this, you can shoot from the hip all you want, right? But I think it's better to have a kind of more thoughtful approach to the situation and then let things unfold and then continue to have thoughtful conversations about it.
Here's my thoughtful approach. I still just can't freaking believe it. I mean, honestly, I still cannot believe that somebody would buy a pro sports franchise. And in this case, not just okay, this is not the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is not the Portland Trailblazers.
It's the crown jewel of the NBA.
Right. This is not the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
You're talking about, when you think about the biggest brands in American sports.
Yeah, there's right up there.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Lakers. Notre Dame football. You guys tell me.
The Yankees.
Yankees are right there.
Cowboys, right? You already mentioned.
I guess the Knicks, especially right now.
Well,
they're
especially
hot,
now,
you know, right? But when the New York Football Giants, as an example, maybe the New England Patriots. If you were going to rank,
I mean, the Rams have the second highest valuation in the sport right now.
So if you were going to rank like the top 10 sports franchises in terms of their brand in America, I would guess you would probably go Cowboys first, Lakers second. Just to guess, Yankees third. Let's just say Dodgers fourth, right in that neighborhood. My point is that when you buy something like this, you would think that this is a long-term hold. This is a legacy franchise. I'm going to pass it down. It's going to be in my family. It's going to be with my company. It's such an unusual thing to have a transaction happen in this short of a period of time.
Yeah.
With a franchise of this magnitude, with a dollar figure of this magnitude.
It's funny because I would imagine I'm getting texts from like people like, hey, what do you think the players think? I'm like, the players are like, did the check still clear? That's all I care about.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
forget about the
and
players.
By the way, I would get it too. I'd be like, yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Forget about the players. Think about the people who work for the Lakers.
Right.
Because as you pointed out, when the Lakers were sold, new organization comes in and they go, okay, we need a new this, we need a new that. This person's been in this job for a long time. It's time to refresh the place.
Right, because they were kind of like merging the two organizations in a lot of ways. There was a lot of, similar, unfortunately, to corporate America, right? When there are companies that merge, if there's duplication, unfortunately, somebody is going to be on the outs in that scenario.
So now the Lakers, according to the reports, you said it was 70 people?
Yes, I believe it was 70 was the number.
So think about that. There's 70 people that in the transition of ownership lost their jobs or
Right.
decided to take
Right.
a payout or whatever
and
the case
it's not,
was.
It's not like these are huge. They have like these huge employee bases, maybe 100, 200 people max.
Right. I mean, that's a lot of people.
Right.
Right. If
In an organization, the amount of employees that are actually employed by the team,
Right.
maybe, I mean, max like 200.
Like, listen, people talk a lot about ESPN layoffs. Listen, if you have 70 people leave ESPN, that's 70 people of maybe 10,000 of a workforce,
Right.
whatever the number
Right.
is. 70 people in the Lakers, to your point,
Is a much bigger
could
percentage.
be like 35 or 40%
yeah,
of
there's
their
only a
workforce.
couple hundred people that work for the
Right.
organization.
So now when you forget, people ask you, what do you think the players think? Think about the people who actually work in support staff, jobs at the Lakers, some of whom lost their job and would probably love to get their job back.
Right.
And then some of which were like, wow, am I going to have my job going into the future as this transition?
Right, there
in
is a
ownership
level
happens?
of uncertainty,
Right.
unfortunately.
Now you're talking about your third owner in like 13 months.
We have breaking news. More?
Not really breaking news, but we do have a statement from Luka now in.
So Luka has tweeted and says, being a Laker means everything to me, and I'm excited to get back on the court and bring a championship to L.A. I've gotten used to big changes over these last few years, but I know that no matter what, there's no limit to the potential of this iconic franchise. I look forward to meeting Josh and Bob so we can get to work building something special in L.A. together.
There you go.
Just go back into I think it was the second or third sentence where he talked about.
I've been through a lot of big changes lately.
Right.
Yeah,
Go
I'd say so. That's a fairly accurate way to describe it.
Just read it one more time, Lucas.
I've gotten used to big changes over these last few years, but I know that no matter what, there's no limit to the potential of this iconic franchise.
He was only in the biggest surprise trade in the history of sports, arguably. Yeah.
Oh,
And
my
then they sold
God.
the
Like, it
team.
literally stopped the Super Bowl week because he got traded to the Lakers.
Oh, my God. Bergie, the Lakers are kind of like, they're in this little Raider-esque sort of way.
Oh,
like
geez.
the Raiders went from, oh, my God, their ownership is like mom and pop garbage, right? And then all of a sudden it's like,
Whoa, that's kind of mean.
well, I'm just saying that's how people look at Mark Davis. You know
I
what I
might
mean?
go that
Because,
far.
well, they've been so bad for so long.
yeah.
But it's like, look, they've got this owner. He's not really ultra wealthy. They got to find themselves a new home. They got to change coaches
Well, you
all
get
the
Tom
damn
Brady
time.
into the Raiders, right? That helped their persona a little bit. Maybe.
But just think about the Lakers went from Jeannie Buss, the Buss family, mom and pop operation, to let's sell to big business.
Right.
Coaching is changing, players are changing, and now all of a sudden we're changing owners again. I mentioned JJ earlier. Now he as a coach is on his third owner, and he hasn't even coached 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I talked yesterday about how Derek Carr never really got a fair shake with the Raiders because they were always changing head coaches, offensive coordinators. He had to live through the change of market from Oakland to Vegas. Think about what JJ and now in this case Luka, as Luka points out, he's become accustomed to big changes. Yeah, from Dallas to L.A., that's one thing. From L.A. getting the contract and removing LeBron, that's another thing. To now, ownership 2 to ownership 3. I mean, this is what is going on in Luka's life.
Yeah. So he's got a lot going on. And that's not even to mention the personal stuff he's got dealing with, to your point. Hunter, what do you think of this guy? You like this guy?
What do you think about me? You like? Yeah, you do. You like me?
Yeah,
I
you
like
talk
you. I can
stuff.
tell you that.
He knows his stuff?
Pretty. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip, but I mean, this is all deep here, deep in the brain, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
See, this is a smart kid right here. This guy, I'm good with this guy hunting. I am. We should go hunting.
Yeah.
Have
You
ever
can teach
hunted?
him?
No, I got to get my license.
Oh, there you go. It's true.
And what do you want to do? Should we do bow and arrow or should we do
Bow and arrow.
Yeah, isn't that what it's called? What is it called? Bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. What is it? What do they call that, Dad? Bow hunting.
Bow hunt.
Bow hunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have some arrows in my back. I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna pull the thing. Should we do bow and arrow, dude, or what do you think?
I don't see you as the outdoors kind of guy.
I would. How about fishing? Would you like to go fishing?
Yeah, fishing's fun.
Fishing would be good, I think.
Yeah.
What should we go fishing for? I don't know, like yellowtail, some tuna, like right?
Something you want to eat is basically what you want.
I went
catch and eat it.
fishing a couple weeks ago when I went to Michigan.
Oh yeah, what'd you catch?
Smallmouth.
Oh, smallmouth bass.
Not really that good, and like bluegill.
Oh, some bluegill
Out in the lakes?
Yeah, you throw
Yeah,
those back,
out in the
right?
lake,
You just
yeah.
throw them back in.
Yeah,
Right. That's just
Cappy's
fishing
a
for
big
fun.
mouth, though.
Didn't
Cappy's
catch
a big
any
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a smallmouth. He's a big
I'm
mouth.
a large mouth.
Yeah,
I'm one of those
he's a
you
big
hold
mouth.
it by the
Yeah.
mouth and you hold it up and you take a picture. You're like,
Yeah.
look at the mouth on this thing, right? Look at the belly on him. That's me. Mouth and belly.
So you like fishing.
Yeah.
You got to get your hunting license. Now, what do you got to do Dad, what does he got to do to get the hunting license?
He's got to take that hunter safety course.
Okay.
So we got to get that taken care of so he can go hunt.
And what is the age restriction for that? Is there one?
I believe it's 12.
Okay, so you're right there. You're
Yeah.
good. You're ready to roll now. All right.
Hunter, I don't know, though, if I'm going to be honest with you, okay, because I want to level with you, all right? My dad used to go hunting when I was a kid, and he never, ever, ever got anything. Never. Never got anything. I swear to you, I promise you. In fact, they called my dad Click Kaplan because one time he had a deer and he was looking right at it and he clicked the trigger and nothing came out. So he had the deer in his sight. And so for the rest of his life, everybody in his hunting group called him Click because he never shot anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really have what it takes inside of me.
Yeah.
Like I kill spiders in my house, and it hurts me. It hurts me in my soul to kill a spider. Okay, to shoot a deer, even if there's
it hurts you. Listen, those spiders can go, man.
Yeah, I know. Like I hate when I walk through their web and through my mouth, it's in my hair.
Yeah.
So I'll kill a spider. F spiders. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like if I were going to shoot a deer, and I got a lot of friends who hunt, I just don't know if I have what it takes to really kill an animal.
Is it because you watched Bambi as a kid?
Probably that, or I don't know. Like I certainly couldn't do what has to be done in the outdoors, where you cut it open and you gut it and everything. Like I don't have that either. I can't do any of that stuff. I'm not nearly man enough to do that. But fishing, I can fish. I would touch a fish.
Yeah.
Like actually hold the fish.
You gut the fish?
I won't do that. I'm not that much of a man. I'm like half a man. Okay? I won't gut the fish. Now my dad's a real man. My dad would catch the fish. He'd bring it in. He'd cut it open. He'd gut it. He'd fillet it.
Yeah.
Like, and then we'd go cook it.
Yeah.
And I'd watch it. I could watch.
Yeah.
But I couldn't actually cut.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have the guts to do that.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Should we fish? Should we hunt? And if we do hunt and we do get something, you got to take care of everything. I can't do any of the manly stuff.
Yeah.
You got him?
Yeah, I got you.
You do.
Now, I don't know if you overheard what I was telling your dad earlier. You know, Cap was a college kicker back in the day. I know he looks young, right?
Yeah. How old do you think I am? Take a guess. How old do you think I am, Hunter?
50.
50. Good boy.
That's pretty good. That's better than your age.
Well, wait. How old's Dad?
51.
Yeah.
See, I look younger than Dad.
Yeah.
Well, no,
he thinks
about
you look,
the age.
That's what
about
you said.
about the same age.
Like
Oh,
about
you
50.
You don't look younger than
Dad
him.
is yoked, though.
Me
You're
and
not.
Dad-
You're
Dad
in
is-
good. You're in
Dad is-
decent shape these days.
Dad
but,
is yoked.
But Dad is
I
yoked.
will give it up to him.
Now, if you ever want to learn to kick a football, he actually kicked. He had a cup of coffee in the NFL.
I'm your guy.
Yeah. So if you want to learn to kick, Cappy's your guy.
Yeah, I'm a good coach. I'm a better coach than I was.
His
a
son
player.
played in college too as a kicker.
Right. He was a head case, but don't worry about it. I was too. We were both head cases. That's why we didn't play in the NFL.
So you go. If you need some kicking instruction, I mean, listen, kicker's great football position, right?
Yeah.
Listen, now more than ever, because now the kickers in the NFL are like really great athletes. They're just not good enough to be wide receivers or DBs. But in high school, they could be all-state wide receivers or all-state basketball players, and then they're super athletes. And you go, well, how'd you get into kicking? I love football. I just thought I can't play DB or wide receiver, so I kicked. In the case of the Rams kicker, he's like, hey, look, I know I'm 260, but I can't play guard in the NFL, but I can kick in the NFL. This guy Meave is a big dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, think about that. You might want to get into kicking.
Yeah, because it's also not as, like, contact.
Yeah, not violent.
Like
yeah.
me, I was
Mom
afraid
would
of
be
getting
okay.
hit.
Mom would be okay if you.
Yeah.
Because listen, Arya's mom with Mateo. No flag football all day. No real football.
Yeah.
I feel like Mom and Dad feel the same way. Kicking, you kind of avoid the contact.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You play football and not have to get hit in the head.
Yeah.
You know?
And Cappy already sent one kid to college.
Yeah.
You know, as a kicker.
You know that when I was in high school, my mother would say to me, you know, I really don't want you to be out there with those guys and get hurt, and I don't even want you to get dirty. So, true story, totally true story. My senior year of high school, right? We're playing against like the #1 team in the town. They've got all these players that are going D1. We're just this little group of guys. We have no chance of being on the field with these guys. Well, it's 7-7, right? We get down to the last 4 seconds. My coach calls field goal. We come running out onto the field. It is so ridiculous looking on film because everybody was playing in a mud bowl all day. Everybody's in brown.
It was like raining?
Yeah, we had like white uniforms. Everybody is completely muddy and brown.
Except you.
I am pristine, man. I am so clean.
Yeah.
I look so
Looks like
good.
right out of the laundry.
It looks like I'm wearing a different uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know if you saw the Buffalo Bills had a practice the other day in their brand new stadium.
Yeah,
Josh
those
Allen,
gray uniforms, those nickel-colored uniforms.
Josh Allen was wearing like the nickel color.
I saw those.
Everybody else was wearing like
You like
blue.
those? They look cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
I look like I was wearing a completely different uniform. So go out there. I'm clean. Nobody's touched me. And all I got to do is kick the football
Now,
through
did
the
you,
upright.
did you hit it?
Nailed that field goal.
You won?
Yeah.
Nailed
You
it.
beat
Won
those
it.
guys?
10-7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big upset.
Massive upset because
Yeah.
this high school was called Ely High School.
Oh, yeah.
And they were at one time the #1 producer of NFL players in the entire league.
Wow.
They had like 35 guys in the league at one time, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, we beat them.
Yeah.
Which was
Cappy beat him. He
Well,
ended up hitting the game winner.
Yeah.
I mean, he was clean until then. But
I was very clean.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
then
want
they-
Hunter to record a liner? We can use it.
Yeah, we can record. Well, let's do it after the show.
I don't have time after the show. Let's do it now.
We got to go? Okay. What do you want him to record?
Say, hey, this is what's your last name, Hunter? Again?
Hunter Combs.
Hunter Combs, yeah. This is Hunter Combs, a P1 listener of the Sedano and Kap Morning
Why don't you
Show.
write it down for him? Let's write it down. Make it easier.
Let's test his skills.
Get a script for the kid. Get a script for the young man.
Saying, I mean,
I think the kid's got what it takes.
You're going to ask him to remember it. Just put it on writing. Just takes 10 seconds. You're good at it.
No, you're really annoying me today.
Well, you know what? Welcome to my world every other day.
Well, that is true.
Yeah. So put it in writing for the kid.
I tell you, Chris, Scott here, Dad, would have probably enjoyed to go do a little workout with us last night.
They went to Planet Fitness down the street here because they were staying. And, there's a bunch of guys in there who
look at these two aqua velvets.
Hard. Those guys work out hardcore every day. They see these two guys walk in. They were like, who are these guys?
I mean, it just was, I don't understand it. Maybe I just don't understand business. I really don't. But if you're Planet Fitness and you've got a massive, George, I'm telling you.
Hunter, what school you go to? I'm trying to write this script.
No.
Well,
let's not do that.
We say the city?
No, let's just write the script, man.
All right, hold on.
Jeez.
Well, wait, why don't you tell him what to write?
That's why I'm asking.
Okay, you know what? George will write it.
I'll write it.
For the love of God.
Don't we want to say the city?
For the love of all gods.
I'll be back.
Okay,
All
wait a
right.
second. George is leaving now.
Bye, George.
George is. Scott says bye, George.
Write it on the big board over there.
Oh, that's
How
a
about
good.
that?
That's a better idea. Why don't you put it on the big whiteboard here, and this way Hunter can just read it from the board. That's a much better. Anyway, we go to this gym last night, Planet Fitness, downtown LA. Dude, I'm telling you, this place has to be 50,000 square feet. I mean, it is massive. Tons of just equipment everywhere. And there's a pretty good crowd in there working out last night. But I'm just looking at myself going, if it's Planet Fitness and people pay like $25 a month for, a membership, and let's just say you've got 1,000, let's say you got 2,000 members. You're talking like $25,000 to $50,000 a month in membership, and you've got this massive facility. How do these places stay in business? Because I got to think that the rent there is 25, 30, maybe 50 grand a month. I don't know how they do it, man. I don't understand the economic model, but it was good to be in there last night. I was showing off the gun show, Scott. Yeah. Oh, big time. I brought out the bows and the arrows.
Well, maybe it was a medium shirt that helped.
Oh, it helped a lot. It helped an awful lot having that schmedium on. Believe me when I tell you. There was this one dude, though, on the treadmill, and he was, 100 pounds overweight, this guy. And I applaud people
Get down. Do what he's got to do.
If you're overweight and you're putting in the time and the effort, good for you.
I mean,
Well, no, but this guy was significantly more overweight than Chris.
Right, but Chris has lost 100 pounds.
Chris looks
and
great.
he's working, and he's working to lose more.
And you had to see him work out last night. He really put a lot into it.
That's what I'm saying.
But there was this dude on the treadmill last night, and he was at about a 2.5 mile per hour, and he was at a 2.5 incline.
Okay, incline helps.
Yeah, and this guy was so overweight, and he's wearing this tank top. So, like, everything is moving out of him. You know what I mean? You're just seeing every ounce of this guy. And I'm just looking at him like, bro, put on a hoodie. You know what I mean? Like, the rest of us don't need to see that.
Hey, man, guy's confident. He's just, you know what? Maybe
While I was
like
writing
Chris.
this liner, did you call me heavy again?
No, I just said that,
We
you're a
actually
stocky
said you
guy,
lost 100 pounds. We were giving you credit.
I was saying the guy on the treadmill last night that was wearing the tank top with his boobs out, that was ridiculous. That was a little much.
But at least he's working out.
No, I give him a ton of
He's
credit.
not at home eating snacks.
No,
And he's confident. Maybe the guy lost 100 pounds.
Put on a hoodie and get the extra sweat, pal. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Anyway.
Take my advice.
Hey, let's do the Lindsay segment where Lindsay not here with Greg.
Kasim walked out. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize
He's
that.
that brother Kasim.
There we go.
We weren't able to do a lot of Kasim bits today with the breaking news. I'll take
I
that
know.
liner.
I'm a little pissed at Kasim, by the way.
Why are you pissed at Kasim?
He knows why.
Why are you mad at him?
No, Kasim knows
He's a
why.
great kid.
No, he is a great kid.
Yeah.
But he
All
knows
right,
why.
You'll read that in a second.
He knows why.
When we're this. If you want to look it over a little bit.
You know why I'm mad.
Yeah. All right, Berg, what do you got?
Hold on. Let me read the billboard.
Oh, sorry.
You can follow Lindsay at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter and Instagram. Apparently, she's back Monday, Cappy.
I don't buy it.
The Lindsay segment, today hosted by Bergie.
Monday.
Thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Summer's here before your next barbecue or family gathering. Upgrade those old floors with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or the showroom next to the Commerce Casino. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, Bergie.
So it's August, which means we get our typical every August video of Ben Simmons highlights. Ben Simmons is back on the court, and he is looking to come back to the NBA. He is expected to be a full participant with zero restrictions at a player-led private minicamp for the Australian men's basketball team. beginning would happen just on Monday in Melbourne.
Yeah.
A source told ESPN. Is there any chance we ever see Ben Simmons in the NBA again and effective?
I hope so, because there was a lot of promise there early on in his career, and he was a good player.
Especially.
I mean, he couldn't shoot all that great, but all the other stuff, he was big, like 6'7" or 6'8".
He was like
6'7".
6'7".
That's right.
Yeah. Lefty, right? Could get to the basket whenever he wanted to. Incredible court vision and passing. Great defender. He was like an all-NBA defender. And just like everything, the injuries and then like the mental stuff, it really is like a fascinating case study of a guy who was so uber talented. And then like, you remember like Chuck Knobloch? Remember like when he played for the Yankees?
Oh, yeah, and he
couldn't throw to first base.
Yeah.
He kind of had some of that stuff where the shot and the free throws and like, it just like it all collapsed on him. And it also, if you really think about it, this is why I'd love to see like a case study on him. It was kind of like the dawn of where like social media became really popular. And you can imagine the type of stuff people were saying to him. Like it just crushed the guy in a lot of ways. So I'd like to see him come back. Yes.
But Ben Simmons, got the body, right? 6'10".
Right.
He's got the age. He's only 30 years old.
Right.
And at least give him this amount of credit. Hey, I want to play basketball, and maybe I'd like to work my way back into the NBA. How can I do that?
Right.
Since nobody's going to really take me seriously right now. You know what? I'll go play somewhere else. Australia sounds nice.
Right. His family's from there originally. So, yeah.
Makes even all the more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I give the guy credit because a lot of guys, to your point, would have their minds blown up.
Yeah.
So they're like, I can't even play anymore. And by the way, I've probably got enough money anyway.
I think it'd be a cool story if he did come back and play in the NBA in a meaningful way, even if it's just like as a rotation guy.
I know this is going to be tough, but is there a team that you think that he would fit well on? Especially because he's a defensive guy. Is it somebody?
Well, should we not be thinking about the guys who play across the street who have the new ownership?
That's kind of where I was leading to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the body.
Listen, he's a long way from being ready for that. I don't know if the guy who had to deal, who clearly had some mental block issues, if you want to throw him in the cauldron of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Right.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You
Like
could have him and DeAndre Ayton together, theoretically.
Well, DeAndre Ayton's not on the team.
I understand, but I'm saying you put those two guys together.
Yeah.
You have a full brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a full heart.
Yeah. I don't think it's that. I think the guy just really just crumbled under the pressure that, unfortunately. So, I don't know. I don't think here would be the right spot. Maybe somewhere like smaller market where he doesn't have to deal with as much media and like, the constant worrying about his game every single moment. But I'd like to see him back.
All right. So the next one is Mike Trout during the trade deadline.
Hold on a second. You like Mike Trout? I know you don't love the Angels necessarily.
When was the last time you saw Mike Trout with an at-bat? For real.
The guy's hurt a lot, unfortunately. He was a great player.
Yeah, he was. He was on point to be like one of the best players of all time.
Yeah, we used to call they used
by
to,
WAR.
Right? Yeah, by WAR. Look at that. Wins above replacement.
You need
this
to come
kid.
on the
Please
blue
don't
review.
do this kid.
Please don't do that, kid.
Good.
WAR.
Yeah.
That's kid stats. Me and your dad, we don't do WAR.
What do you do?
We do RBIs, we do batting averages, we do ERAs. We
No,
do
you're
old
doing the
school
kid stats. He's doing the adult stats.
We do the old school stats.
Yeah.
How do you do with a WRC plus?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
You know
I don't even know
WRC
what
plus?
that means.
Good man. That's a good man right there.
Yeah, but WAR is a good start.
Good
Let
for
me tell
you.
you something. 12 years old, WAR's pretty damn good.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
Good job, kid.
WRC plus is weighted runs created plus. I don't understand it either. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right. So
go ahead.
Mike Trout during the trade deadline had a day off and took everyone to his private golf course in Philadelphia and for a team bonding day.
Okay.
And as they were doing that, there was calls over and over again as people kept getting traded from the Angels. While they were there. So like every hole.
What terrible timing.
So every
Good
hole,
Lord.
somebody else was getting traded. Is this not the most Angel story of all time, but also the best place to find out?
You got to feel terrible if you're Trout, right? Like, hey guys, we're in Philly. I grew up in South Jersey. I remember this course. Let's just go down there. We got a day off. Let's do this thing together as a team. And then all of a sudden, it's like everybody's getting traded. That's terrible.
Logan O'Hoppe, you're gone.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Jose
hey-
Soriano, you're gone.
Mike Trout this year, and I had to just look it up, has 20 home runs.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you
He was
guys.
an all-star.
He was an all-star.
Yes, I do recall.
Yeah.
But I will just tell you, unfortunately, we just don't see Mike Trout. We don't see the Angels. We have some Angels games that we're going to in September. We've got an event that we're doing with the Coors Light Chill Zone out in center field. And those will be my first couple of Angels games that I'll go to this year. I usually make it to 2 to 3 a year. But Mike Trout, for as much of a star as he was, for the MVP awards, I think it was 3 that he won.
Yeah, 3.
3?
Look at that.
Oh, Hunter, thank you for the
knows what's up.
confirmation.
Yeah.
Thank you on that. Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
3, you say 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
3
right.
MVPs.
Yeah.
And yet we don't even see this guy.
It's just injuries, unfortunately, took away a lot of his prime. I mean, and think about it. He's still, what is he, 30?
35?
4?
34, 35, right
Yeah,
around there.
35, yeah.
Yeah, like a healthy 34-year-old, a guy who hasn't dealt with the level of injuries he's dealt with. I mean, those guys are still producing at a pretty at a pretty good level. I mean, all things considered, he has played how many games this year? Let me see.
I think he's only injured for a short time. So he's played a lot of games this year.
Who's
Right, but the injuries have piled up to the point where he's not the same
100%,
player by any stretch of the
100%.
imagination. Yeah, like he
Max Muncy is 35. Mike Trout is 30 also 35.
Yeah.
Right now, Max Muncy, you
Better
take
player.
him all day.
he's played
every day.
101 games. Yeah.
So right, so Mike Trout has actually played this year.
He's played a decent amount of the games. Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many have they played total?
There's only 40 games left, I think, for most teams.
Yeah, it's about 120.
So he's missed approximately
20 games.
20 games?
Yeah.
Hey, pretty good.
By his standards recently, yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
But it's amazing that as great as he was and as much of a name that he has,
Yeah.
continuing to play for the Angels, and this is unfortunate,
Yeah.
makes him, I'm going to say it,
Irrelevant.
invisible
Right.
and irrelevant.
Yeah.
Both.
Well, the joke was always like Mike Trout can walk into like any mall in America and
Nobody
people
would
wouldn't
know
know
who
who
that
he
was.
is.
Yeah,
Right.
he
Even
walked-
though he was, for a stretch of time, the greatest baseball player on the planet.
Right. But
He could walk through these halls here. We wouldn't know who he is.
That's not true.
No, that's true. That's true. Believe me.
You
only,
would know
only
who he is.
Hunter would know
Hunter
who
would
he is.
know who Mike
Only
Trout
Hunter.
was.
Hunter's like, look, there's Mike Trout. I'm like,
Yeah.
where? He's like, that guy. I'm like, that's not Mike Trout. No, it is. I don't know what he looks like.
All right. One more or no?
No,
You're
we're good.
done?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this liner.
All right, Hunter, what do you got there? Can you read that liner for us?
Yeah.
All right, record it.
This
We're
is-
recording. Sorry, go ahead.
This is Hunter Combs from the South Bay. I'm a P1 of the Sedano and Kap morning show on ESPN LA. And if you know that kids love the quack, quack.
There
Now
it
we'll
is.
do it one more time.
One more time. Give
I'm
me
gonna
one more
give you-
read.
Can I give you one piece of advice? And if you know, pause. The kids love the quack, quack. That's kind of the
Okay,
idea there.
yeah.
You got this.
This is the Hunter.
Go ahead.
All
Take your
right.
time. Do it. It's all
3-2.
good.
3-2. Take your time.
This is Hunter Combs from the South Bay. I'm a P1 of the Sedano and Kap morning show on ESPN LA. And if you know, the kids love the quack, quack.
There it is.
That's a
Perfect.
fine read.
That was
There
good.
you go.
That was a
Nailed
good
it,
job.
kid.
Fine read.
There we go.
That's a fine read.
Thank
All right,
you.
You feel good about it?
Yeah.
Or you want to do it again?
I feel good about
Okay,
it.
good.
Okay, yeah, I
Good.
feel good about it,
Excellent.
too.
Outstanding.
Yeah. All right. So, what did you make of? Because we're wrapping this thing up here today, and thank you guys again, the Combs family, for the donation they made to charity to have Hunter in studio with us, hanging out today. What did you make of the experience so far? Like, what did you make of it today?
Oh, I loved it. It teach me to kind of know what to do to get to this spot.
Yeah.
Because I really want to do it.
Yeah.
Pursue this dream.
I think you're ready, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Let me
think
tell
you're
you-
ready.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. How old are you? 12?
Yeah.
All right. This guy, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
32 years old.
Yeah.
Big star.
Yeah.
They say to him, they do an interview with him.
Yeah.
They go, hey, how'd you wind up getting into this business? You know? And he goes, well, I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
My dad bought in a charity auction an opportunity to be with a show called Sedano and Kap.
Yeah.
And those two guys in one day, and by the way, I'll never forget it. It was the day that the Lakers were sold to Bob Iger. He goes, and that day, I decided I want to be in broadcasting.
There it is.
And that's going to be the story that Hunter is going to tell.
There you go.
He's like, and then me and that one guy went out shooting bows and arrows.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, if the Rams and Lions get in the NFC Championship game, we're having you back on, okay?
Okay.
All right. Sounds like a plan?
Sounds like a
All
plan.
right. Thank you so much, buddy, for
Good
hanging
job.
out.
Thank
with
you.
us. Yeah. And Scott, thank you for hanging out, too, as
You
well.
got it. Hey,
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Dad, cool guy.
Great job, Dad.
Should hang out more.
Yeah,
often.
we should.
Yeah.
Me and Dad, we got a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't forget to tell my wife how buff I
Oh,
am.
I'm going
Yeah.
to tell her. I'm going to let her know.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want, he'll DM your wife.
Yeah.
He likes to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll tell her how buff you are. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead. What do we got? This
Time for
calendar
our
thing
Don't
that we
Sweat
do
the
here.
Small Stuff calendar of the day.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the breakups. One of the ultimate tests of being human is to be able to wish someone else well, Cappy, even when you may be hurt, no matter which part of your body. If you can do this, you'll experience the magic of the healing power of love. See, like that. We were talking about that at dinner last night.
Very lovely.
The healing power of love.
Really, really nice.
Great stuff. All right. What's your dealer's choice before we head out of here?
So yesterday I told you
Let me
that
read the billboard.
Oh, go ahead.
Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. Brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 0191-5212, Cappy.
Last thing here for me, guys. You know how yesterday you were talking about Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon?
Yeah, you were going to binge it.
I told you I'm going to binge watch.
Yeah.
I think it was 8 episodes total.
Yeah.
Now, I do have one small thing that I'm not sure I'm going to get to it right away. Okay, and here's why.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you realize that today,
Are you
August
still
12th,
watching that World War II documentary with Tom Hanks?
I've got episode 18, 19, and 20.
Again, I can tell you how it ends.
Okay, well, you may be able to tell me, but I want to see it for myself.
Yeah.
Today is a holiday around this country that you may not be aware of.
Okay.
August 12th, 2026.
Yeah.
Season 4 of Reacher.
Oh, jeez.
Tonight.
Who cares?
On Amazon Prime.
Who cares
Hunter,
about Reacher?
Please tell me you're watching Reacher. Reacher's maybe
No,
the best
Reacher's
show
not
on
a
TV.
12-year-old show.
No, it is a 12-year-old show.
What the heck is Reacher?
Reacher?
Exactly. That's what I say to him every day.
Let me tell you something right now, everybody.
He's just some guy who kicks butt.
We will be talking Reacher. I'm going to get Sedano watching Reacher season 4.
I've seen Reacher a million times. I
And
saw
this-
the movie with Tom Cruise.
That's not the same.
This is not just a bit. He told me about it over dinner. He's like, you know what tomorrow is? I was like, no, what? He's like, Reacher 4. Like, he's really excited
Season
about
4 of Reacher's back.
Season 4 of Reacher
Yeah.
is back, and it's going to be bigger, badder, and better than ever before.
He's going to kick more butt?
Reacher is going to kick everybody's butt. Except Hunter and his dad. They're good guys.
Yeah.
You know,
But
you
Hunter's dad would kick Reacher's
You,
butt.
on the other hand, you may need a little Reacher butt kicking.
Yeah, I'll take Reacher's ass out, too. Anyway. All right. Well, that'll do it for us. Again, thanks to the Combs family. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Appreciate it. All right.
Thank you to Angelica from Angelica's Insurance for being flexible today.
Yeah, thank you for pumping the brakes, sister.
because today was not the day. Yeah.
All right, we will have, so Ramona will eventually be on, right? Mason, Ireland?
Yes, after you have her on NBA
We'll be
today.
on TV together, right?
You're doing NBA today, right?
Yeah, big day to do that. All right, so we'll have, so watch NBA today if you get a chance. Today. And then tune into Mason Ireland, DeMarco, and Travis, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow, you've never promoted DeMarco and Travis in your life.
Oh, my God. Yesterday was so great. I loved DeMarco and Travis yesterday.
He really,
Unlit. I'm like a studio audience
yeah,
member.
it's amazing.
I sat here and watched and
He
laughed
sat
my
with
ass
me,
off.
and he was cracking up
dying
so
laughing,
loud.
dying laughing.
It was breaking through the
because
walls.
Morales was killing DeMarco yesterday because DeMarco didn't defend Bergman. DeMarco intimated that because Bergman asked a question to Myles Garrett that was personality-based, that Myles Garrett was going to squeeze Bergman's head off of his body.
Come on.
I know.
No,
and-
DeMarco loves to do this meathead crap of like, oh, you can't ask him that. Why? Football players, you can't disrespect them. It's media. What do you want us to do?
It
Ask
wasn't
the same-
that big a deal.
Oh, no, but DeMarco, you know DeMarco.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's the football culture.
I mean, the good thing
he
about-
he won a Super Bowl. The guy
good-
wants to protect the lineman.
The good thing for DeMarco is he won't remember it today. So it's
Oh, wow.
I was just upset that he didn't have my back. Right. That he would not have protected me.
I would
if
agree.
could.
I would
And
agree.
then
He should have your back.
And
your
did not-
teammates.
right.
He's not his teammate.
Right. And
Yes.
that he kept saying the questions suck over and over again. He's like, questions suck, questions suck, questions suck.
Well,
Like,
have
that
more
was
than
it.
that,
I
DeMarco.
love the question.
Yeah, have more than that.
So did I.
You scumbag.
Wow.
All right, DeMarco. We'll see you tomorrow, Thursday at 7 a.m.
Hunter, this is how we end the show, Hunter. Listen. Come on, sing with us. Listen, you don't have to know the words.